pride, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
Welcome back, fellow Neanderthals, canines, patriots, saboteurs, traitors, whatever you might be. Welcome back to the program, folks. It is Saturday night. S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y. Hey, hey, a Saturday night. Bay City Rollers. Woo, that'll take us back to about 1975. Welcome back to the program, folks. A bit concerned about this breaking point. I can see the attitude change between people's much more aggressive. Willem, are you responding to my video I've got posted, which will be airing in 1 hour, or are you just happening to mention something that I'm on a topic I'm on top of here? Welcome back to the program, folks. 2305. Tonight is the last night. The last night, because when I go to bed, I will lose an hour. I'm losing an hour of sleep tonight because it's technically already midnight. Because at 2 a.m., we jump forward with daylight savings. You fall back, and then you spring forward. Spring is coming, and we jump forward. Eastern Standard Time will be 2 o'clock. Will suddenly be 3 a.m. just like that. Damn, gonna be cheated out of sleep. All right, so sorry, I'm just busy here, busy. Don't have a staff, so all the editing was on me. I just produced a video for all the whiners and haters and hate wankers. Oh, you produce this negative stuff on South Africa. Why you care about South Africa? Who are you? Just published a video. Yet another positive video about South Africa, about the Golden Gate Highlands National Park in the Free State, the only national park in the Free State. Covered it. Took videos and photographs from my first trip there in 2022. Then the next trip when I went in 2023. Photographs coming from the east to the west, going through the park. Then I also narrated it, and I put a couple music tracks behind it. And I hope you like it. I hope you like it. Gideon Russ in from Japan with 200 yen to get us started. Thank you for that. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. Yeah, so that's up. That's a positive on South Africa for the little haters out there. Yep, thank you very much. Okay, cool beans. All right, let's get back to the chat. I'll say hello to everybody I can here very quickly. Tomorrow is going to be a weird day. I want to do a members chat, but I'm gonna have to see about that. If I get up early enough, I'll do it. But the thing is that I've got to disappear in the afternoon so that I can go to a veterans event that I don't have a choice. The whole weekend is eaten up by veterans events. Yeah, so I'll be doing that tomorrow afternoon. Eats up my entire afternoon. I'll get home 5 or 6 o'clock. It'll already be 2 o'clock in the morning for folks in South Africa. So too late to do a members chat because the members will probably be in bed for the most part. But I'll see what I can do in the morning if I can actually pull one off. Anyway, Holden Caulfield's here. Sloth Puppy, the best place to find insightful, balanced, truthful news and analysis. No BS, little tolerance for trolls. Welcome. That's right. Trolls may rise, and I deal with them. James Duvall, welcome to you. I used to be so patient with that nonsense because I was naive 5 years ago. I said, hey, let's have a cogent conversation. I welcome opposing viewpoints, but they weren't opposing viewpoints. They were people with their members gripped with their hands, cutting off the blood flow supply to the brain. Rolf Fundamevic, hello to you. Val can't get any sleep. DJ Shari, welcome. Charles, welcome to you. Hendo's here. Elizabeth Kruger, good morning. At least I woke up with all the alarms I have on. Well, that's good. Ure Simon, welcome to you. Julie Edwards, JC Bota, Louisa Rayner, Yapi Bran. I'm going to give you a link here in a few minutes. As soon as I get to the greetings to everybody, I want to show you a video that I found. Some of you probably heard it because it's had a few viewers, but I'm loving it. And the reason I found this video is because y'all keep asking me about braaibrookies. Do you eat braaibrookies? Do you like braaibrookies? Do you eat braaibrookies? Do you like braaibrookies? And I've answered that question. What's Joe Emilio posting? Someone should show Elon Musk. Colleagues promoting Joe Emilio's videos. I wish he'd promote mine. All right, Louise Rayner, JC Bota, Willem Janssen van Rensburg, Jappie Brandt, Ark. Ark is here. Paintings by Mika. Welcome, Mika. Francois Leroux, AJ Quinn. 9th of March already. Yeah, it is unbelievable. It was Christmas just days ago. My Christmas tree is finally undecorated, but isn't taken down yet. I got to still pull it apart. And here we go. All right, cool beans. Love how another viewer explained for those that cannot understand Afrikaans. Okay, Troiko, welcome to you. Dr. Kluwe, God made us the most resilient people. God, the foundation of our Afrikaners. Morning, beautiful people. Yep, cool beans. Wheelie Shift, welcome to you. Contour. You're going to use that word. You're going to have to say Witkant. Only Witkant. You can't say Contour. Of course, you guys spell it or, O-O-R. German, it's O-H-R. It's or. It's the same thing. Charles, Yolanda, Tessa, Mr. Maldav, welcome to you. Christo, a bit concerned. Okay, I already got that already. Monterey Seabird's in from Cape Town. I haven't seen Monterey in a couple of days. How you doing, man? Okay, amazing yacht destinations. Is Erica here? She's probably sleeping now. Johannes Pretorius, Manis Potgita, Mark van der Linde. And Not a Happy Camper's back. Sarl Skuman. Cloudy in the Cape Argus, okay? Dave, hi from Pittsburgh and also from East Africa. You're my inspiration. Are you seriously from East Africa? I'm going to test this, Dave. Otsihilijang. No, that's the wrong one. Can't do that. Huyambo. Siyambo. Abarigari. Nzuri sana. It's been a while, but I used to be fluent in Swahili. Jina langu ni Chris, mimi anaka a Pennsylvania. Welcome from Pittsburgh, Dave. How did you find me, man? Wow, not many people in Pittsburgh find me. A lot of leftists out in Pittsburgh. They don't like me. Sonia, we did have a long-term viewer out there who's kind of disappeared. I hope he's okay. Welcome, Dave, to the program. Good to see you there. All right. Good morning, South Africa, says Jacques. Chris Juan, that's an interesting name. Chris Juan. South Africans, man, making up their names. Whether you're white, black, or brown, you make up some crazy names. Alma Gerba, Sonia Baren, I assume she was born Uman. That's your nay Uman. Okay. Devald Uman, one of my favorite little rugby players. Met him. Short little dude. At Loftus of all places. Rulinda Engelbrecht. LSR. Pierre is here. Sloth Puppy. Colonel, you were never naive. You were an honorable judging people by your standard. Like, you're right. Thank you, Sloth Puppy. I was. I expected people to engage in a polite, respectful manner to discuss our differences of politics, and they were just turds. That's right. Yes, the trolls are beyond salvation. It took me a while to admit that. I thought, I'm used to dealing with people. Look, I know there's crooks and liars and thieves out there, but I can't see them face to face. Joe Mio did a good one on the fake MSM yesterday, but nothing the Colonel has already said. Yeah, well, that's the one that Kali's promoting. So, anyway. Wit Kant, my neue beste Worte. Just ask Bogey Abinabi about it. Wit Kant. Cody Lombard, Dave Ebb. Cool, welcome to you. James Duvall. Okay. Jeremy. Nicholas Groves. Hey, Nick, what's going on, buddy? Nick, how's it going, man? Nick's one of my favorite people. That guy drove all the way from PE to Cape Town to see me. Who among you have that kind of dedication? Right, Reverend Allhide, in hospital after a stroke. We got Faith Naidu in hospital with cancer after collapsing, watching the show. Come on, y'all got to step it up. They're putting some serious effort in this program. Carrie McDougall, welcome to you. JJ Pretorius, Martin Fundameva, Sonia, once again. You're right, Chris. Aha, see, nay, Umo. I thought so. Anton von Staden, John Rudick, and German would say Rudach. Good morning, Sandy Markgraf. Hey, Sandy, good to see you again. Enjoying your Breibrötkies. Okay, well, Jeremy, speaking of Breibrötkies, folks, I'm gonna risk a copyright claim or something like that because this is just too good to be true. So I'm loving this, folks. Okay, this is from a young lady whose name is Zaine Simon. I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly, but this is pretty cool. I hope you like this. I'm gonna put myself over it so that maybe they won't just come after me for a claim. But yeah, okay. So here we go. Let me get my camera up there. This is pretty cool. Speaking of Breibrötkies. Here we go. You ready? Whoops, that's not right. There we go. Here we go.
For a real adventure.
All right. Well, they put a song right in the middle, or the ad right at the end of that. So, what do you guys think of that? I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. What do you think? Hey, look. Nice little beat there. And you guys keep asking about Breibrötkies and my thoughts on Breibrötkies. Arctic says cock song. Drink your Jim Beamed cock. I mean, Arctic, drink your Jim Beam and put it on autopilot, man. Put it on autopilot right now. Oh, Arctic, man. I can't. She can't sing. Oh, you guys are terrible, man. Oh, terrible. Well, I've asked her for an interview, so I guess none of you will watch. if she agrees to the interview. You guys are just mean, man. Mean. You know what? I'm going to put thought-provoking on now. Oh, you're just mean, man. Stuck in my head. Exactly, Yappy. That's the point. Rather listen to Kurt Darren. Oh. All right. So Edward likes the song. You guys are just messed up, man. Evil audience. You guys. Yeah, you're the bad ones. Ex-Northern Cape ANC chair John Block faces 51 Matender fraud charges, warrant of arrest issued. He skipped court date. Not surprised. All right. Well, load shedding stopped a few minutes ago. Okay, well, that might explain why I had such a small crowd there early on. Yeah. So, we're still at 178. That's pretty slow for this time of the morning. Usually I have about 300 or so. It's on a Sunday, too. People must be sleeping in. Afrikaans music is going places from hip-hop spinnenkop to now Bride. I actually wrote an article years ago about Afrikaans. Is that on? Did I put that on LinkedIn? I'm trying to remember. I don't think I put it on LinkedIn. Where did I put that at? I wrote an article about Afrikaans music a long time ago. Let me read. I hope it's on LinkedIn because I don't remember where I published it other than that. See all posts. Okay. It would be under an article. More. They make it hard to find your articles now. Okay. Let me see if it's here. It doesn't look like I put it on here. It's the Grippin. No. Shoot. Where did I do that article at? That sucks. That's a good article. I talked about it. Oh, there it is. The Golden Age. It was 2017. Here you go. I did it in 2017. Okay. So I'll show you this article. Almost nobody's read it. So here you go. 2017, A Golden Age for Afrikaans Popular Music. November 28th, 2017. Bly kalm en praat Afrikaans. Franje du Plessis. Oh, the video is not available anymore. All this video is not available. Referenza. Moi. Rihanna Nell. Leah. Snokkop. Kurt Darren. Leanne May, Steve Hofmeyer, Joe Foster, Bobby van Jaarsveld, Bok van Blerk. Anyway, I wrote this a long time ago. I'll read it to you a little bit here what I said. I said, more than 2 decades freed from the oppressive Calvinist state with a conservative thumb and the artificiality of apartheid and singing in a language many consider under siege, it may sound counterintuitive that to offer that Afrikaans music may be living in a space where it finds itself on the ascent. Is this the golden age of Afrikaans popular music? I said popular, don't get snarky here. Long-established Afrikaans musicians like Kurt Darren and Steve Hofmeyer have, in recent years, seen the arrival on the scene of Snokkop, Bok van Blerk, Moi, Elvis Sesson, Jay and Leanne May, Ampi Duprier, playing Jane's song, Bobby van Jaarsveld, Caroline van Jaarsveld, and Rihanna Nell. The scene is increasingly more dynamic and exciting with a new crop of young Afrikaans performing artists like Franje du Plessis, Brendan Piper, Joe Foster, Referenza, and Leia, among others, adding to the mix. Noted as early as 2007 when the Mail and Guardian published a story on how the Delarey phenomenon had thrust Afrikaans music back into the spotlight in South Africa, a decade later, the Afrikaans surge is showing no signs of a let-up. The 2016 Mail and Guardian story on Kathleen Lukhoff's South African music streaming startup NicheStream referenced an app to tailor Afrikaans music to individual desires. However, NicheStream's Afrikaans streaming app Liki does not appear in the Android Play Store, at least not in the US, and not as of this writing. Bok van Blerk's Delarey may have rekindled the market for Afrikaans music, but old hands like Kurt Darren, thought-provoking, and Hofmeyer, established performers like Jay and Leanne May, the Fatai, and Caroline van Jaarsveld, Geskierte Jeans, continue to draw big crowds and fan bases. Even more encouraging is the arrival of new artists like Referenza, who was discovered by a passing motorist who heard him singing alongside the road. True story, folks. Heartthrobs Brendan Piper, Die Perfekte Ein für mij, Die Perfekte Ein für mij, and Joe Foster, Padna Johat. These young male artists compete with, sadly for fans, recently engaged Franje du Plessis, Stad van Verlangen. I love that song, Stad van Verlangen. And Leia, Met je kleren aan. Yep. With Afrikaans music making up 58% of domestic music sales, demand for the music is high in South Africa. Afrikaans music remains widely popular in South Africa with annual events such as Afrikaans is Groot, selling over 90,000 tickets within 6 hours. This says nothing of the large Afrikaans-speaking communities in the UK, US, Australia, or New Zealand, let alone for non-Afrikaans speakers who enjoy the music abroad. However, options are very limited with the Afrikaans diaspora. There must also be a viable digital market abroad as well. The key is to find ways to successfully monetize the current wave of hits abroad. Getting legit, legal access to Afrikaans music outside Southern Africa can be challenging. Amazon offers a few South African musicians. The Apple and Amazon digital stores have limited selections. Apple does not offer more digital Afrikaans music, but it does offer more, but its lack of an Afrikaans storefront makes it difficult to find things, let alone keep up with the Afrikaans scene. Google Play is another option for some digital songs. The increasingly antiquated but tried and true method of listening to music on CDs also presents a challenge. Kalahari.net, now takealot.com, caters to a domestic market and offers no digital sales. Amazon, with very few artists, is a poor choice for physical purchases. There are some options to find new or up-and-coming Afrikaans musicians. These include wildhorse.co.za, samp3.com, and emp3dl.co.za. However, these sites are largely tailored for new artists. So if you want to be out in front of the scene, they're helpful, especially wildhorse.co.za. But if you want to listen to current hit music from abroad, these sites have limited utility. How can you stay current with popular Afrikaans music? Short of living in South Africa, one can listen to streaming radio stations. A list of top Afrikaans music stations is available at this link. A better method to keep up with Afrikaans music is to follow a hit list on YouTube. Most popular Afrikaans music is available on YouTube these days. However, while one can find most big hits on YouTube, it's hardly ideal if you want to have an MP3 file for your iPod. With no clear winner as far as web presence to view or listen to Afrikaans music and to buy it digitally from abroad, for the moment anyway, YouTube remains the best place to find and listen to current Afrikaans pop music. There you go. So I wrote that in 2017. Probably 10 people read it. Let's see. I used to give you stats on this. Doesn't tell me how many people read it now. They don't want to hurt my feelings. They don't want to hurt my feelings. Yeah, 2017 I wrote that. So anyway. Wow, we're only up to 196. It must be load shedding or people. Well, actually, Holden, I was in the music promotion business briefly. Didn't really go anywhere. Bulk von Blerk. Robbie Vessels, yeah. Steve can sing anything with a voice. Yeah, he can. Good morning, Dragon Lord Customs. Exactly. Popular and profitable, yet all the girls sing about how cock their boyfriends. Boys sing about dancing or something. That's not true, Arctic. We just listened to Brybroodkies. That's not about cock boyfriends. Although there's a guy in it. He wins, she wins, she wins. He wins her heart because he's got the best Brybroodkie. Afrikaans 2024 was uploaded with YouTube last night for those. Oh, thank you. What's the other one? Not Afrikaans Scroot. I went to the other one. Oh, damn, what's the one I went to? It sucked. They sang all that American music. Where did I go last year? That damn concert at Loftus. I'm drawing a blank. You got Afrikaans Scroot. What's the other one? I'm drawing a blank. Senior moment here. What's the other one? Come on. What's that? Oh, I was on my playlist. Ah, damn it. It's on the other channel. Anyway, I can't think of it right now. Where's that playlist at? Let me go to my other channel. YouTube. Krona. Thank you. Thank you, Jan. Thank you. Krona. Yeah, Krona. Yeah, thank you. Krona. Thank you, guys. I knew it. Yeah, Krona. Yeah, Krona. There was one. Is it the 5 one? The final medley? That's the best one. Yeah, that's the best one. Yeah, that's the one from 5 years ago. That was the best one ever. Yeah, I went to Kruna. Big disappointment. Big disappointment. All they did was sang a bunch of English songs, American songs.
Here comes Salvador.
The Kruna 5 final. That was really good. That was a cool one. Don't let SABC know that Colonel Chris, they will put a levy on it. Yeah, it's a load shedding. Not much better than listening to an Afrikaans tune in the morning on your way to work. Hey, Sean, Nadia, how you doing? Dragon Lord Custom says, thank you for speaking out. What's going on? Well, I've been doing it for years. And I did it behind the scenes in the intelligence community before that. Ons bloed is oranje, says Reina Fletch. Okay. Ninja by the Antwoord. No, I don't really listen to Antwoord. Okay. All right, cool beans. All right, Lou Rocker Bait. Tins Jordan. Yeah, it was sad when he passed. Really, really sad. They did a tribute to him at Krona. I don't know if it was this one or it was another one, but he came on stage. Caroline van Jasva. Yep. Okay, don't like her, Artie? I don't know why people not liking the song Breibrückis. Yeah, exactly. I'm rolling in a make. Load shedding here as well. Oh, that's terrible. Elaine White, good morning to you. Jan Jordan. Another nice live show was Liefde by the Dam. I don't know that one, okay. What about for Vuurwerk? Oh, Vuurwerk. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, Vuurwerk. That was a good one. Let me find that. They got one really cool song. I love the video for that song. Where's that? Vuurwerk. There it is. Je slaan die wind in my sail. You're the wind in my sails. Yeah, great song. Great song. Love that song. Love the video too. Absolutely love video. Yana Kruger, welcome from Pumalanga. Wow, a lot of people in Pumalanga watching the show. Winter's coming. No, winter's leaving, man. It's 35 degrees outside. Fokhof Politica, Jan Blom, Karen Zoid. Yeah, Karen Zoid, well, she's with Fokhof Politica. Woke up in an Airbnb in another crappy city, Tape Town, for the race. 27 bicyclists and friends and family tourists, and we have load shedding. Oh, good God. Sean, are you going to do the race? You're not doing the race, are you? Good stuff. Good stuff. The hell it is. Cold as hell. Good old USA. Do you have any news from the president about South? No, we don't. Chris John, if that's what you're coming in for, there's been no updates. He did a Truth Social yesterday. It stirred the pot, sent a clear message to the ANC and the idiot members of the parliament who run their mouths about America. Did you see Icon van Steve? Tessa, what do you mean? What is Icon? Icon. I don't know. What does Steve do? Magda Scholes, welcome to you. No, day 3, no water. So I looked at the hole where they're fixing it. They used a rigid pipe and it isn't meant to be buried. They have apparently installed a maintenance nightmare. Good God. Yeah, tenders. Tenders. Jij zal liever die wind in my zeilen. Good song. And the chica's easy on the eyes that's in this video. She is easy on the eyes. I like how they're driving on this road. I don't know where it's at, but it's already cracking and falling apart when they recorded this years ago. Anywho. Oh, there she is. Popping up out of the VW. Anyway. She's riding the race. Okay, 110-kilometer bike. Like, Jiminy crickets. Small and convenient ankle. Sean, I got you. Oh, no. Sorry, babe. Sorry. My ankle, it's shot. My hip. Can't do it. Lawani Duplessis, I like her too, but she blew me off my request to interview her 5 years ago. So, I mean, maybe I just reached out the wrong way. Army 3275 from the Philippines. Welcome to you. Chantel Fourie. Trump giving South Africa something to talk about around the braai all weekend. That's right. Oh, I don't know that concert, Tess. I don't know that. I've only seen Steve perform live when I sang with him. Yep. Did you see the city of Shawna post on how they're fixing the potholes on dirt roads? Somebody said that, right? Oh, only in South Africa. I fix potholes. Oh my goodness. And then Gareth Cliff saw it because he follows my content. Gareth Cliff. Reposted it. And all these idiots started attacking me. Oh, colonialist. Oh, white supremacists. Freaking white South Africans. Dude, I'm not South African. I'm a tourist. I'm here fixing your broke ass roads. And you're going to call me names? Talk about biting the hand that feeds you, man. Jeremy says, Afrikaans music is great to listen to here in Indonesia. Wow, Indonesia, man. Cool. We're spreading our wings. We didn't know anybody in Indonesia watching. That's a big archipelago, some mass violence. The world's largest Muslim country, Indonesia. Pal777, good morning to you. Yes, Sean Nadia, you're late to the party. We've already had 3 streams in which we've covered that. We covered Ernst's video. Yep. They're only going to fix the potholes from... illegal squatters had a Morzaleka weekend partying in Pretoria. Debbie Moore is back. Debbie, happy Sunday. Get that excess calcium buildup in joints looked at. Is that what it is? Something's wrong. Watching Japanese sumo and wow, Japanese. I missed my chance when I went to the Rugby World Cup in 2019. I didn't plan ahead. I planned ahead for everything: SIM card, flights, train tickets. The rail pass, lodging. I did change a little bit of lodging going around because I had to shift because of the Typhoon Hagibis and such. But had it all laid out. Had the tickets for the games. Even when I was staying at the American Hotel in Tokyo, which was great because they have a U.S. Army post office, so I could send all this crap back dirt cheap. It would have cost me a fortune plus immigration, but I was still active duty that last month, and so I was able to use it. As an active duty member in Japan, you can use the postal service. You're covered by the status force agreement. So it's fantastic. I shipped myself like 7 boxes full of crap. All my magazines from the Rugby World Cup, I didn't have to hand carry them. They're all shipped back instead of in my bags because that stuff weighs a lot. When I came back from France, I carried most of that in my carry-on bag, my shoulders hanging over like this. And I had every magazine from every game, every program. Yeah, so I shipped all that stuff back. I had it all planned. But the one thing I didn't think about is 2 things. I wanted to go to Major League Baseball in Japan. Couldn't arrange that. Couldn't schedule it. And then the one thing I didn't think about was damn sumo wrestling. I had the championships, and if I had thought early, like I did for everything else, a couple years in advance, I could have gone to sumo wrestling. It would have been cool. X-ray, and they saw that what was wrong with my hip, Chris. Okay, Debbie. Cool. Everybody's so worried about Trump's recent message. Everything is still the same. Exactly, Etienne. You are correct 100%. Jakarta, Indonesia has a statue of Barack Hussein Obama as a boy. Stupid people should wear signs. The man started more wars than any Republican ever has. Moved out of the Gauteng 4 years ago. We started putting trees in the holes so people wouldn't drive through them. Yeah. Arctic says a strip club's better than fat dudes wrestling. Yes, but when they track your phone, they'll know where you were. Debbie, I'm glad they figured out what's going on with yours. R21, the airport hasn't had lights for years. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, what else we got here? Yeah, Antoinette, Juanita Duplessis. I like Franja Duplessis. Stad te Verlangen. That was one of the first Afrikaans songs I really latched onto, modern pop Afrikaans songs. Franja Duplessis. Good morning. I'm busy running the Umgeni 21 kilometer at mid. Are you riding with the phone in your hand? Be careful. King. Hi, Chris. Johan Greff from Australia. Love your show. Thank you, Johan, for joining us. Appreciate that. So whereabouts in Australia? Sydney, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. And in Perth, it's just 12:30. So whereabouts? Such a big continent, only 3 time zones. It's crazy. Suno tournament starts today and ends on my birthday, March 23rd. Okay. Who's tracking my phone besides you and that army buddy of yours who now specializes in waterboarding for the NSA? We don't do waterboarding at the NSA. No, that's all done at CIA. Boer pumping. Oh gosh, that would be Rikus and Snotkop. Yeah, that's not a good song. I love it though. I love it. Skunk Bodenhorst, welcome to you. Hometown newspapers planted trees in a few potholes. And it was fixed and retarded a week later. Maybe the tree thing is a plan. Plan. That's funny. Just pulled a hammy and broke out in perspiration just thinking of that distance. Yeah. When Sean said that Ilza's doing 110 kilometer bike race, I was like, I don't think so. That's 60 miles, man. 60 miles. Even 60 miles to Cape Flats, I'm not up for that, man. But Ilza's fit, so I could see that. She's fit. All right, we're growing a little bit here as people are overcoming the load shedding. Anyway, for those who tuned in late, we played Breibrötkies. Just a little bit of that again here real quick. Not everybody liked it. Not everybody liked it. You're just mean, man. You're just mean. No, I got a copyright strike for Steve's Orania, okay? Sean, just wash the dishes and tell her to come home. Yeah, exactly. Who else we got there? Graham, welcome to you. So maybe, okay. Jean Epic Goods has just pulled a ham, okay. Jacobus, Kobus Body, Beinhardt, Kobus Body, cool. Good morning to you. And Andreo Fick wants me to play Orania. You know what that is in German, right? Fick? It's not a good word. Gnade, Gnade. Okay, but that's probably not pronounced that way in Afrikaans. In German, it's Gnade. I mean, it's patience, patience. No, it's stuck in my head even more. Gotcha. That's the idea, man. It's an earworm. It's just digging its way in there. Stuck in there now. Can't get it out. Slippery Pickles here. Chris Marie, welcome to you. Now, yeah, it's Anton. It's now an earworm. I just saw it. I will make her Breibrötki. She must just not sing. Guys are messed up, man. Way overdressed for an Afrikaans pop singer. Okay. That's just not again. You guys are just messed up, man. Mercy. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Gnade is mercy. Yeah, no, Geduld is what I'm thinking of. Geduld. And you have that in Afrikaans, Justin Geduld. So, yeah, I was thinking Geduld. Sorry. Leon Schuster, your comedy book. Do you know the story of, yeah, I know who he is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he was big. That's a long time ago, though. See, look, what I say Afrikaners are good at, breaking up, fighting, arguing. So we don't claim her. Well, see, there you go. All right, they're at it again, folks. They're at it again. They're eating the dogs or eating the cats. No. Oh, my goodness. You guys better stop it. I'm going to start giving timeouts. Don't be mean to the young lady, man. Louis Luba. Good morning, Mr. Wyatt. May God bless you and keep your family. Thank you so much for your support. You're very welcome. I'm going to tell you what. If that young lady agrees to an interview and she comes on here and you all start making nasty comments, you're getting timeouts. Well, I can take care of you, Artie. Don't worry about that. All right, so there you go. Star for Education, the harsh hunger crisis gripping South Africa. Freeze must fall. Give me handouts. I'm special because I got a good tan. We demand a decent place to sleep, food and water, and our dignity back. I demand you'll go get a freaking job, you lazy piece of... In South Africa, food insecurity rates among university students range from 11 to 38%, with food prices soaring, allowances failing to keep up. Thousands of students are missing meals and struggling to study on empty stomachs. Maybe because they should be in the workforce and not learning to hate the rest of the country. Well, they'll all get spanked, paintings by Mika. Julie says she'll behave. Switching to UPS, I've got Eskamitis. Nick, damn. Stur für die Hulle Breibrötkies. At least we can all chat and agree that the song... No, not everybody agrees, Charmaine. Did the comrades last year pulled a hammy 5 kilometers to finish going for the TV remote under the coach? Under the couch. Yeah, I did the comrades a couple years ago on the way down from Pietermaritzburg down to Durban. Yep, watched somebody die, man. Eric and I were there. We watched someone die. It was crazy. Yep, this guy was just like less than a kilometer from the finish line. He just dropped dead right by the McDonald's, right by Wyatt Street, like literally like 10 feet before Wyatt Street. I mean, was God sending me a message? Like, literally before Wyatt Street. You did indeed and covered it all the way to Durban. Yep. She just can't sing during the interview. Food insecurities in the States as well. No, there's no such thing as food insecurity in the States. There's called bad dietary habits. There's no such thing as food insecurity in the States. People who are not eating food, it's because of decisions, not because there's insufficient food. Nope. No food insecurity here. We got more food. We waste more food than you can imagine. What will the interview be about with her? Different ways to make Breibrötki. Seeing as you don't like Breibrötkis, allow me to make you a Breibrötki. Jelly Rider. Welcome back. There are plenty of food here. Okay, exactly. Arctic, there's plenty of food here. That's nonsense. There's no, I mean, look, if people are malnourished, it's not because there's no food. It's not because, now you might be saying, well, because of inflation recently. Well, yeah, but that's because the Democrats and Joe Biden destroyed the world. So until we get the world under control, it's going to take a little bit of time. Mariki van Jasveld. More, Chris. Well, good morning to you. Goeiemorgen. Okay, what am I missing here? If America repeals the 14th Amendment, I'll definitely consider moving there. Stop it. You're going to get a timeout for that. You need a timeout for that. You're out going on Christmas in some starving orphan where he has food people, and it's twice expensive as the food in South Africa. What are the stats on obesity? About the same level as South Africa. Way too many people. South Africa is a massively obese country. Massively obese. That's why that little twig of a young lady there, that's like, wow, she is tiny. Sent the song to my wife in Thailand, waiting to hear from the lawyer how much she is taking because I sent her songs like this. If she comes on, I'll time myself at the skulk. The normal Telegram is fantastic, full of news and updates on all Chris's posts. Thank you, Debbie. The inflation has led to food insecurity. Yeah, well, there was no reason for food insecurity before prices went through the roof, courtesy of Joe Biden and his crooked regime. Yep. All right, so in the coming weeks, thousands of university students will walk across the stage, proudly accepting their degrees, having not earned it. The 30% crowd. For many, this achievement will be marred by a struggle with hunger. A final year BA student at Durban University of Technology dreams of starting her day with breakfast. The postgraduate student at University of Witwatersrand says hunger has left him so delirious that he's found himself wandering the streets disoriented. Maybe you shouldn't be at university if you can't feed yourself. Maybe you need to come back when you've got resources. Just a thought, buddy. Pole dancing New York Police Department. Listen, okay, you ready for this, folks? Okay, so for all the people rubbishing, look, again, I'm not here to ask anybody to come to America for a refugee program. I'm not inviting anybody to come to America. And don't come to my house. I'm going to tell you that right now. Don't come to my house. I got shotguns, crew serve weapons. I got claymores mounted in the front yard. Don't be coming here. I'm just telling you that right now. So, but seriously, those of you are like, yo, you can't get a job in America. Well, if you got some junk in the trunk, baby, I'm telling you, you got some junk in the trunk. Ooh, you got some of that AOC. I like big butts, and I have to say, well, if you got a big butt, if you got a big bum, if you are shaking, if you got some junk in that trunk, you could be a New York City police officer, make $144,000 a year as a low-level copper, and then go do the strip club on top of it. Check it out, folks. Check it out. Badunkadunk. Yeah, there you go. Pole dancing New York Police Department detective pulled from active cases and sex crimes unit. Wow. The curvaceous New York Police Department detective who went viral after starring in a raunchy rap video while twerking in a thong and skimpy bra will no longer investigate active cases with the Special Victims Division. Damn. Melissa Mercado's behavior was under review, said New York Police Department spokeswoman. The department didn't immediately answer when asked if the 7-year NYPD veteran had broken any specific rules, but she appeared in the Doing That video by Hempstead rapper Esquire. Pitch Perfect, who directed the music video, told TMZ that he and the rapper hired Mercado from a casting agency and were unaware of her day job. Look at that big bottom. She's got a big bum. She's a detective taking off active sex cases. Those are not real. I'm sorry, that ruined it for me. Those are not real. The video was posted by the online site World Star Hip Hop. She was not named, which quickly made the rounds among the rank and file, and she wasn't wearing anything that would identify her as, no, she's definitely not wearing anything that would identify her as a cop. I see nothing that would identify her as a New York City Police Department officer. It was particularly disturbing for a sex crimes investigator to make a video that's degrading to women, said a retired Special Victims Police Chief Michael Osgood. I think this conduct is unbecoming a police officer. I find it morally wrong if you're a Special Victims detective. Well, there's your NYPD Blue right there. She should be disciplined, said the retired police officer and lawyer Eric Sanders. She should be modified. What she did is inconsistent with the values of being a police officer. Police work is a noble profession. It's supposed to look a certain way. Mercado, a $144,000 a year third grade detective assigned to the Bronx Special Victims Unit, joined the force in 2018. She's been with the force for 7 years, and she's making $144,000 a year. But there's no jobs here. No. You're going to be living in FEMA tents. Oh, it's terrible. The Americans will treat you horrible because you're an African. Ooh, you'll never adapt. It's cold. You'll freeze. There'll be FEMA tents. No money. They'll throw you out in the dustbin. It's a systemically racist country. But you're white people. Most of you. Anyway, yeah. No. But you can make the money. If you got some junk in the trunk, baby. $144,000 a year and those fun bags inflated. Check it out. There she is. In the music video. Everyone loved this model, the director said, calling her a beautiful woman. I had tons of artists reaching out trying to get her in their video. Well, may she have a new job there. She was one of the stars. That video has already garnered 1.6 million views. Now, if I could get her to appear on my videos, I'd get 1.6 million views too. Paul says, I want to be arrested by her. Not to worry, only 30,000 will be allowed in the U.S. Start fighting. Chris, listen, man. Push the Savannah aside. I know they're low in alcohol, but if you drink too many of them, look what happens to you. Yep. Holy guacamole. I know that peach beat me. Good God. She's 2 M's away and has her brights on. Oh, 2 meters away and has her brights on. Modesty is a lost art. It is indeed. Now I was planning on going visiting with some Cook sisters. She's a classy one, yes. They think it's sexy, but the detective should be on sex cases. All about the experience. Oh, gosh. Oh, Shawnee, I saw you were live a few minutes ago. What did you walk into? You walked into the buzzsaw. Was the detective not undercover? Yes, she was undercover. Well, no, she wasn't undercover. That was the problem. I will sell bribe rookies in New York at my food truck. Julie Edwards says, oh my word. The tons of discarded food, tons that Woolworth throw away each and every day alone can feed this country. There is non-food insecurity. Exactly. Just insecure people, bad logistics, and bad prices. Spot on. Dirk says, want to go to Chris's home? I will be so happy going to Chris's home. What's the 14th Amendment? I won't mess with all your weapons. The 14th Amendment granted citizenship to former slaves in this country. You heard it from the first colonel. To lose weight and stay thin, you have to eat bribe cookies. I don't think so. Good morning, Cole. Captain and Coke last night. All right. We just grow accustomed to be treated like crap, says 3D Vizon. That police lady stripping arrested my attention. Heinrich Schoenfeld, I think that people that cycle cannot afford a car or bus ticket. A sleep coach. Chris, she's a cop. She's wearing standard police issued underwear. Oh my goodness. Kim Chung-un says he has a nuclear powered submarine. Oh dear God. What did Biden allow to happen in North Korea? Trump had this under control. They quit working on this stuff when Trump was in charge. Now they got nuclear powered subs. It's under construction amid diversification of the missile force. I love his hair. It's like somebody, like a sheep sat on his head. North Korean state media on Saturday released photographs of national leader Kim Jong-un inspecting progress on a nuclear-powered strategic guided missile submarine. Oh, dear God. While most North Korean defense spending goes to its army of tactical and strategic missiles plus nuclear warheads, in recent years, he's spoken of upgrading the Navy. His fleet, unlike China's, lacks blue water assets. Wow. They have a tactical nuclear attack submarine. God, just as if we don't have enough problems. They also showcase underwater missile launches. They believe they have one operational missile launcher. Good evening, it's Sakyanika. Just got here. What are we discussing? Badunkadunks was better in the West during the Cold War. Kind of like their jets, the videos of their pilots in the cardboard jets. Oh, my goodness. Little rocket man. Yeah. Myanmar's military has agreed to an election. This is Joe Biden's problem. He created this problem by ignoring what happened with the military government the junta overthrew the government 9 days after Biden became president on the 1st of February, 2022. So it's now been over 3 years. 4 years after, 2021. Yeah, I said 2020, 2021. 4 years after seizing power from the elected administration, the head of the military government declared Myanmar will hold a general election within 10 months. Senior General Min Aung Hlaing said Friday the election will take place either in December or January of next year at the latest. So that's 2 years from now. It's almost 2 years away. I make a prediction. We're not going to see this election. Do you know why? Because these people will face war crimes trials. Yep. They have committed all kinds of atrocities, and I don't think they're going to let go of power. Robert Seffer's tweet about South Africa. We all over the news, and we want to leave, not stay, like Afroform Liar saying. All right, Harold Wolf, stop with your nonsense. I've told you that's not what Afroform's saying, and you have no evidence of it. Why are you saying that? Are you a DA operative here? Or are you with the ANC? What's going on? You with News 24? Yeah, Dennis Rodman used to go to North Korea. Yeah, it is a drug hub. Well, the PKK, the Kurdish Workers' Party, their leader Öcalan, who's been in prison since I was stationed in Italy in the late 1990s, says, lay down your arms. Wow. I heard a report on this the other day. For the first time, the leader of the PKK has called on the group to renounce its longstanding demand for Kurdish autonomy in the region. He's renounced the use of violence as a means of achieving the group's objectives. Last month, the long-imprisoned leader issued a widely anticipated statement calling on PKK militants to lay down their arms. I'm making a call for the laying down of arms, he said. Well, we'll see what happens. I don't think it's very likely to happen. European nations are ponying up $53 billion Arab plan for Gaza. Foreign ministers from France, Germany, Italy, and the UK announced support for a plan that would transfer governance away from Hamas. View of tents in front of high-rise buildings. Several European nations are throwing their weight behind an Arab-backed plan for the reconstruction of Gaza that would cost $53 billion and avoid displacing Palestinians. Foreign ministers from around those countries. The plan shows a realistic path to reconstruction of Gaza and promises it will implement swift and sustainable improvement for the catastrophic living conditions for the Palestinians living in Gaza. The plan would mandate that Hamas can no longer rule Gaza and must not present any threat to Israel. Well, good luck with that. I don't think this is going to go anywhere, folks. The Iraqi Kurds are the best people you worked with. Okay. All right. Please explain the Syria thing. The videos are horrifying. What Syria thing, Raina Fletch? Syria has been a problem for years. What are you talking about specifically? Sinead Dutoy, good morning from Boxburg. Already fed the chickens. Got 4 eggs in 5 days from one hen. You're a farmer. Good to go. You can come. We will bring the bacon. Okay. Personally, okay. Some here have said that Trump betrayed the Kurds. We've had this conversation before. That's horse manure. Horse manure. Christian's got load shedding. All right, be careful out there. Keep an eye on things. Okay, folks. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people in Springfield. No, they're kidnapping the pets. They're kidnapping the pets. Now it's not bad enough they kidnap people and children. They're kidnapping the pets now, folks. This is crazy. Dogs kidnapped in Switzerland for 1.1 million ransom are recovered safely in Poland. A pair of Bolonka dogs kidnapped in Switzerland were retrieved in Poland this week and returned to their owner. The owner of 2 Bolonkas returned to his apartment to find his dogs missing and a ransom note demanding $1.1 million, according to Zurich cantonal police. They arrested one of the thief suspects, a 30-year-old Norwegian who was trying to leave Switzerland via the Zurich airport. From there, the investigators followed their leads to a 38-year-old Polish national also accused of being involved in the kidnapping. Police in Poland arrested the older of the 2 suspects and recovered the dogs Wednesday. The owner went all the way to Poland to pick up his Bolonkas on Friday. Wow. People are They're kidnapping the dogs. They're kidnapping the cats. Oh my goodness. They're ransoming the dogs. They must try to kidnap my cat. She's a Maine Coon the size of a German Shepherd. Oh, I love Maine Coons, man. They are huge. They're awesome. Wow, ransom for a dog. Exactly, man. What's going on in the world? Andre, you missed Breitbutkies, the song. Shall I play it again? We're going to put a poll up. Should I play? Poll is up. Let's see how many people answer the poll. It's 13 people here. Yes, Mariki, Maine Coons are awesome. If they didn't cost so much and I wasn't allergic to cats, I might have one. But they get their hair frickin' everywhere, and I'm allergic to cats now, courtesy of burning oil wells in Kuwait. Cats down in Cape Town seem to be bigger than they are in Joburg. Must be bigger rats. You know what? Do you know why the cats are bigger in Cape Town, Debbie? Bigger rats coming out of Parliament. It doesn't look like we're going anywhere. What do you mean going, or where were you going? See, you don't go to church. You listen to this cock. Melissa Cunningham, welcome to you. Very Irish name there, Cunningham. Okay, I'll let the poll run for a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most iconic brands on the planet is yet another failing Canadian business. The Hudson's Bay Company, which has been around since the year 1670. The Hudson's Bay Company has been in business since 1670. Oh, by the way, it's owned by Americans now. It's failing, and they're basically going to bankruptcy, or as you say, business rescue in South Africa. Hudson's Bay seeks creditor protection and plans to restructure their business. Wow. The department store company that dates back to 1670 announced Friday evening that they were facing significant pressures, including subdued consumer spending, trade tensions between the U.S. and Canada, and post-pandemic drops in downtown store traffic. So they are going to look for rescue from their creditors. Yep. Hudson's Bay. Wow. 1670, folks. 17, 18, 1970. 355 years old. Wow. Wow. That is a company that's been around for a while. Well, Columbia University vows to take action to stop the anti-Jewish hatred on its campus after Donald Trump revokes $400 million. So the ANC is angry, and the IFP is angry, and parliamentarians are angry. Oh, woe is me, America, they hate us, they're trying to sovereignty. Well, here in America, because they're attacking Jews on campus and the university is doing nothing to protect those students in New York City, they're not getting federal funding. And it's nearly as much as you were getting in all of South Africa. Interesting that, isn't it? Columbia vows action on anti-Semitism after $400 million in federal funds are revoked. Why are we paying Columbia University $400 million? It's a private institution. Education Secretary Linda McMahon accused Columbia of failing to protect Jewish students. And they do fail to protect Jewish students. Columbia University's interim president, Katrina Armstrong, said late Friday that the school is actively addressing the concerns raised by federal agencies after the $400 million was pulled. But before the $400 million was pulled, they didn't do squat to protect the students. Columbia is taking the government's action very seriously. No, you're not. No, you're not. And this is why the money was pulled. Long for a good South African bride, says Jeremy. Kailicha bunny I saw on News 2 was very oversized. Okay. Is there so many masochism in here? What do you mean by that? Well, let me vote more than once, says Alan. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of badunkadunk, someone who's got something in the trunk, it's the one and only. You know her. You all love her. If you're a conservative, if you're a Republican, you all want to date her. She's so stunning. She's such a babe. Yes, it's none other than our favorite, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Yes, her immigrant education puts sexual predators on the street, says the White House. White House border czar Tom Homan upped his feud with AOC, saying her Know Your Rights seminar for illegal immigrants will end up shielding serious criminals. Let me tell you something. There are a lot of sexual predators walking the streets right now because of that education, because they didn't conform to ICE arrest, because they tried to evade ICE arrest. The country is much more dangerous because of that so-called education. She should be tried for offenses against the country. They've been firing at each other since the New York Democrat created an online video she said was intended to educate potential deportation targets about their rights. Her video listed times and places where ICE likes to make arrests. Well, she should be charged with a crime. She's impeding the deportation of felons, and that is a crime. Sounds like the DAD has now become an accomplice in the crime scene. Yeah. I'm so enjoying researching USA. Where do people farm the most peanuts? Well, Georgia has a lot of peanut farmers. Best preacher I've heard is Dr. Miles Monroe. Okay. Good morning, Cole Bispari. You were here earlier. Did you drop off because of load shedding? Armagon, yes, votes leading. It's like watching a horse race. All right, because so many people want to hear the song again. Oh, masochism. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I didn't see the poll. Okay, she's my favorite bar lady in Congress. Mine too. She's my favorite bartender. Well, a federal investigation has revealed that Maine, surprise, surprise, has violated Title IX. Maine Governor Janet Mills has been officially notified her state is out of compliance with Title IX and will face the loss of federal funds and worse. Official notice of the Maryland Department of Education's failure to comply with Title IX was sent to state officials on a February 25th letter from Anthony Archibald, Acting Director of Health and Human Services, Office for Civil Rights. Archibald estimated that around $700,000 received by the Maine Department of Education in 2024 from federal sources could be in jeopardy because of its noncompliance. Notice was addressed to Maine Governor Janet Mills and State Attorney General Aaron Frey. Yep. So there you go. Yep. That's because they're letting boys play in girls' sports. And you see that one must get arrested, kicked out. Yeah, she should. She's looking to be the next Pelosi. You joke, but after the show, growth went from 2 to 8% per year. Huh? Are mangoes and avocado popular in the U.S.? Avocados are grown here. Yes, California grows avocados. I don't know if we do mangoes. People eat mangoes here. I don't know where they're grown at, though. Rum and Coke without crying on the border. Guys, don't vote no. Trump is going to resend the refugee. This is the test. What? Are you talking about for the bribe bookies? I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, let's see what the poll says. 55% want to hear it. No, Anton, you get one vote. This is not Zimbabwe. This is not Chicago. Deal will go to court if you have no funds. Maine can only get better. Yeah. What's this? Wasn't it the Bush dynasty that was involved in PNAC? What is PNAC? Okie dokie, says Debbie. Okay. JJ Pretoria says, we should have New York lady do hop, hop, spin a cup of spotlight. Oh, yeah. The cop, the NYPD blue badonka lady. Well, Trump has ordered the creation of a task force for the FIFA 2026 World Cup. He signed executive order establishing a White House task force to focus on the FIFA World Cup that is set to be hosted by the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. Donald Trump will be the president for the FIFA World Cup, the 300th anniversary of the United States, or 250th anniversary of the United States, the FIFA World Cup, the Women's Rugby World Cup, and the Olympics. All of that will be on Trump's watch. It's just freaking awesome. They weren't here. Yeah. Pablo, Charlie, stop. Look, don't bring that nonsense in here. Really, stop. You guys are gonna make me do it. I'll play Calfoot soaking. All right, so this guy's got a problem. Okay, let me just explain something here. This is nonsense. I don't believe for a second this guy actually voted for Trump. Jan Fisher, welcome to you. So, U.S. citizen detained by ICE questions vote for Trump just following Hispanic people. Virginia man said he was driving to work Wednesday with two other men near his home in Virginia when he was stopped by ICE agents with guns in their hands. Okay, so sounds like he got stopped unjustly. But wait till you hear the whole story, okay? A naturalized Virginia resident said he's questioning his vote for President Trump after agents from Immigration and Customs Enforcement detained him this week when they were looking for another person on deportation order. Yency Machado said he's a U.S. citizen and provided NBC News Washington documentation. He was driving to work Wednesday with two other men when he was stopped by ICE agents. Confused by the scene, how do you prove your there's no citizenship documentation. What document? Does he have a passport? That's the only documentation. Or a birth certificate from the U.S. That's the only documentation that says you're a citizen. A driver's license doesn't say you're a citizen. So I don't know what documentation he provided. Confused by the scene, Mercado said that he didn't know what was happening and why agents surrounded his pickup truck. They just got out of the car with guns in their hands and say, turn off the car, give me the keys, open the window. Okay? He told Telemundo. Told Rocheles Quinones. According to Machado, the agents said the name of the man who had deportation or someone who had given Machado's home address. Okay, so ICE agents are looking for a dangerous felon. We don't know, murder, rape, pedo. And he gave the address of that guy as his home. So they stop people coming out of that home. Okay, do you see anything wrong with this so far? I don't. The police out of abundance of caution, drew firearms against potentially a dangerous felon and asked him politely to leave the car. Nothing wrong so far. But wait, he turns into some racial bullshit. Typical whiny nonsense. He said that wasn't his name. He didn't know anyone by that name and offered to show them his real ID compliant Virginia driver's license. They didn't ask me for any ID. I was telling the officer if I can give him ID, but he just said, keep my hands up, not moving. Well, of course, until you've been proven not to be a threat, everyone for a police officer is a threat. You have to make sure you're not armed. You're going to reach your ID card back here? You stupid Machado? And I told him I was an American citizen. And he looked at his other partner like, smiling, like saying, can you believe this guy? Because the other guy said, do you believe him? Well, that's his interpretation. He's interpreting people's facial expressions. Machado said he was uncuffed, immediately released after showing his driver's license. So how did you show your driver's license if they refused to let you do it? How did you show your driver's license when you were handcuffed? 2 men with him were taken into custody. He doesn't know why. So 2 people with him were people sought by immigration naturalization. But he's complaining he got stopped because he's Hispanic. He said, I was a Trump supporter. I voted for Trump last election. And he said he thought the Trump administration would just go against criminals, not every Hispanic looking like what they... Okay, then assume we're all illegals. Listen, shithead. They didn't just go after any Hispanic, you fucking moron. There's Hispanics all over the place running around. None of them getting stopped. You are at a residence where somebody falsely claimed they lived. They're a wanted felon. You left that address. They stopped you. You nearly got yourself shot by reaching for something you shouldn't have reached for. You were cuffed. You were frisked. No weapons. They uncuffed you. You showed your driver's license, claiming you're an American. They let you go on your way. What's your problem? What's your problem? You race-hustling Hispanic liar. Good God. He said that's what they're doing now. They're just following Hispanic people. What a crock. Oh, by the way, so what if they're following Hispanic people? Who are half these illegal aliens? Hispanics. Immigration lawyers advise resident citizens to always keep ID with them. ID doesn't say you're a citizen. There is nothing on my driver's license that says I'm a citizen. So having ID doesn't mean jack shit. I have 2 forms of ID here in my wallet. My driver's license has the birth date, the driver's license number, my full name, my home address, my expiration date, my issue date, my sex. It doesn't say frequently. Trust me, that's a long time ago. Eyes, it's got my height, the type of driver's license, whether there's any restrictions, there are none. The fact that I'm a veteran is on here, and I'm an organ donor. On the back, nothing says I'm a citizen anywhere. My military ID card has my rank, expiration date, my DOD ID number, my signature, my name. It says I'm retired. On the back, it has my date of birth, date of issue. It says I get medical care, civilian care, effective date, and expiration date. Yeah, there's nothing here that says I'm a citizen. Nothing. Nothing. Social security number doesn't say you're a citizen. So this is nonsense. This is a fake story created by the media to generate nonsense claiming Trump is a racist. Total nonsense. You probably explain reasonable suspicion to him. Well, he's probably not bright enough to understand that. He sounds like a pretty stupid guy. No, the poll is failing to stop the yes. Well, we got 200 votes. I think that's a representative sample. So let's see what we got. 201 votes. So let me see. And 58% want to hear it. Okay. All right. 202 votes. Wow. Out of 351 people. Guess what, guys? Debbie says, Breibrutki. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, folks. Yeah, here we go. You guys are just mean, man. Ooh, Ollie and Jerry. There's no stopping us. Oh, what a great song that was. There's no stopping us. No one does it better. Look, I don't trust any of you because see, some of you people say I sing well. I'd hope for a little more oomph, okay? How much of America's problems are a result of George Soros' actions? That's impossible to judge. It's all the result of namby-pamby, panty-wearing adult males who have sold our country down the river, taking over our academic institutions, taking over our corporations and our government and our bureaucracy, and selling us down the river to the Chinese and to others. Yep, that's all their fault. So you can't blame it all on Soros. Xander retracts his vote in formal protest. Oh, this is not why the Dutch sent us this. Stop it. I'm going to play Kalfoot Soak if you all keep it up. Marika says, muy meisikind. Yeah, she's a pretty little girl. Okay. Song about food. Exactly. It's about grilled cheese. Oh, the Afrikaners love their breibrookies. They're just freaking grilled cheeses, man, with onions and tomatoes thrown in the middle. Just a grilled cheese sandwich, man. Get her at Mzanzi's Got Talent, says Pablo Charlie. Oh, my goodness. Have you heard the song? No, I haven't. Is that Sabrina Carpenter from Mzanzi? Chris for president. Stop it, Sonia. That's just mean. Burnt sandwich, but they never started the fire. Well, the other guy couldn't start the fire. The other ones did. America's Got Talent. No, that ain't going to happen. I call breibrookies brown boys. Oh, my goodness. Morning, Chris and friends. Narina, welcome to you. You guys in Spinnacle. I like Zadadagnog. Zadadagnog. That's good. This better als burnt breibrookie. Okay. It's an art, okay? I think the last time I had a breibrookie, it might have been Donnie van de Westhuizen who made it for me. I'm trying to remember. I wasn't feeling well that day. Is Ronell still here? Ronell was there that day. I think I had breibrookies that day. Sinead Dutoy, the ANC is broke and has failed to pay staff salaries for February. Yep. Fakali didn't get paid. Don't worry about it. The bigwigs have all got the grift. They've all got the graft. They've all got the corruption. They're all eating the dogs and cats. They're fine. Doesn't matter if they get paid from the ANC. That's a pittance compared to what they actually have. At the end of this video, he laughs like Colonel Shotgun guitar played. Okay, thank you. No skinny girl or skinny man can make a lekker breibrookie. Good morning, Afrikaner boer. But the main thing is the breibrookie is done on a brei. The English made that instead of pop with breiwurst. Wait, hold on. You had a breibrookie made by a brew? Of course, Arctic. I've had plenty of breibrookies. Not a fan, but I've had them. I eat them to be polite. As long as they don't put onions on it. God, that's disgusting. That's why the ANC are visiting their friends again. Salaries are coming. Yes, they're off. They're off on an adventure to Tehran. Always trust fat people with their food. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Be sure to hit the like button, folks. A lot of freeloaders here tonight. A lot of freeloaders.
That was easy.
And I really like the audience that's coming in for the early morning show, particularly on a weekend for a Sunday and Saturday. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. Onions are disgusting, Kay. I'm sorry. No, thank you. They are a poor chef's excuse for bad cooking. They cover it up with onions. Alma says she loves breibrookie. Yeah, I eat them out of being polite, but I'm not a fan. Raina says, like. Johnny, be good. Okay, welcome to you. I'm going to be ostracized for this, but this song is irritatingly catchy. It is. Afrikaans music is very diverse, alternative to boer music and country. Yep. Ford XR6 all the way. I'd rather have a different one. Raina says, you're the best, man. Well, thank you. Very kind. I appreciate that. Very kind of you to say that. Boy, it's been an unusual. We've been chatting tonight. I haven't been inundated by 1,000 questions about refugee or asylum or farmers. That hasn't happened. We also haven't been flooded with super chats. We're just now getting some likes that I'm happy with. And we are over 300 after the load shedding eased. Yeah, Robbie Vessel's going to give me a strike. Yeah, I know. I got it, Dirk. I got the inside joke. You need more pyrotechnics. Yeah, this isn't note for note. You got to type it properly there, Arctic. You ease up on the Jim Beam, buddy. You mistyping there. Rumors South Africa cricket team also not played. That's why they threw the game earlier this week. Chris, do you know the song Hop Hop Spinnacle? Yes. Yep. Breibrookies with garlic. Now, garlic I could try, Vilma. That would be okay. Have you had Pop-Tart? I don't like pop, so I don't eat anything that has pop around it. It's ugh. 50 rankies for you. Thank you there, Meisekinfuri. I don't think we can like a person who does not like a breibrookie, especially with onions. Well, Alfonso Ferreira, if that's your standard, then I guess we just can't be friends. Breibrookies ist die beste, die folgende Augen Sam die Kui Skap Topkis and Burvos. If you say so, sure it's because finally you got through to us about being patient. Maybe, Gordon. Chris blackmails us now. If we don't behave, he plays bribery. That's right. Every time someone starts acting up in chat, I will play bribewookies. No. What do Americans call pop? Disgusting. Rooster cook is Lecker with real butter. I haven't had that. Hubby on his way home, currently over the Sahara, was in South Africa for 2 weeks, says it's a hellhole. Can't wait to be back in the first world. Oh, well, Heidi, wow, safe journey back. He's over the Sahara, so he's 2/3 of the way there. What's your stance on taking capital punishment? I think it's a fantastic idea, although I would never trust the African National Congress with it. But yes, I think it's a necessary. You need a deterrent. There are psychopaths and there are people who commit crimes if they don't have a deterrence. Carl Rasmus says, no. For what? Note for note. So my name is Marina. I have heard the Marina, my Maisi 50 Rankies for you so many times. Isn't there some law of cruel and you kidding? Nope. Lynette Orr, good morning all. It will be interesting to know if the budget speech is going to be on the 12th. Yeah, I think you're right. I thought it was the 13th. But yeah, it would be interesting to see if that happens. The Fatai. This is a note-for-note reference, okay? Insulting my favorite meal, pop and fries. Who listens to Radio Sonda? I prefer the simple, humble bacon sandwich. Ah, yes, I like a BLT, bacon less tomato, minus tomato. The best the next morning with leftover lamb. Ugh, I don't eat lamb, Gideon. Sorry. Oh, you guys keep offering me food I can't eat. All right, so Briburiki's. Oh man. Okay, so all right, let's do it. Here we're here. Anybody want to ask me questions about the refugee thing, or if we covered all that? Gumbo. I'm not a big fan of gumbo. I can stomach it if it's made just right. I prefer Maryland crab soup. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, Peter. Yeah, lamb. No. Sorry, man. Sorry. No goat either. Ooh, goat. Nope. I've had kudu. Kudu's tasty. Pop is just grits perfected. It's just corn ground into a dry paste. Okay. Yeah, so no questions. Wow, this is the first time that people aren't asking questions about this silly thing. Yeah, we have covered all the topics, but which means no new people are popping up, Chronic. All the way through last night, new people are popping up. I feel so bad for the Colonel. He doesn't seem to have a decent sense of taste. Gideon, I like Japanese food. I eat Indian like crazy. I love Indian, and I love German food. Yep. You're nice and thorough, that's why. Okay, once we stayed in a hotel room, didn't have a bribe. We had a fireplace, made bribe wikis on there. More black Americans have died in the U.S. than civilians in the Ukraine-Russia conflict, and it's black-on-black crime. Over what time frame, Pablo Charlie? I don't think that's an accurate statistic. Did see News of Africa talking crap about the U.S. with someone from Canada. Well, I did a video on that, Chronic. I did a video on that. Derek, I only had 4 hours sleep. Are you talking about me? I've had plenty of sleep. Okay, that video premiered 24 minutes ago, and let's see how many people have looked at it. It has 772 views. Okay. Let me see what people got to say about it. You're spot on. They blame Americans still white South Africans for problems. It'll never change. Lived my whole life in South Africa as an English-speaking individual, and I've always found that Afrikaners are very divided and can't agree on anything. Elke ander land gaan precies diese wat dinge doorgaan. Okay. Go to the live chat, huh? Hello, fellow Neanderthals. No, that's it. Just a bunch of people must have been commenting when it was live. So, yep. And then the one I did earlier, no one. See. Okay. So here you go. You never do videos that are interesting. You never do good news stories in South Africa. Okay, you ready for this? Now, it's only been up for a couple hours, but 115,000 views, 16,000 views, 30,000 views, 28,000 views, 21,000 views. That's on the farm attack convictions. That's on Trump's comments. That's on the refugee program. That's on the government facing massive crisis. And South Africa will change forever. Okay? The hidden South African National Park you will love. 359 views. See, it's nonsense. Yeah. So by making positive videos about South Africa, all I do is summary my channel, because that then gets figured into the number of views and it lowers a rating on the algorithm so that less people watch my content. Yeah. So yeah, make good news stories. Nobody watches it. Whoops, that's not it. Hang on a second here. I need this one here. That was Braiburkis. We're not going to play that again. I've had enough of that. Okay. So this is the video I made. The Golden Gate Highlands National Park is located in the Free State in South Africa, near the border with Lesotho, near the Drakensberg Mountains. This is a gem few international tourists are aware of or make the time to visit. It is the Free State's only national park and is more famous for the beauty of its landscape than for its wildlife. Puta Dichaba, previously Vitsishoek, is located on the east end of the park. Frequent snowfall on the Drakensberg mountain peaks surrounding the town led the San, or the Bushmen, to call the region Kwakwa, which means whiter than white. Now, the Afrikaners named the town. So were the Bushmen racist? They called it whiter than white. Vitsishoek in honor of Ötzi, also spelled Vitsi and Vetsi, a Makolokoa chief who lived there from 1839 to 1856.
It was one of the important sketches for the girls, because when they sit on the ground, all the strings will be covered in the brightest part of a girl.
The replica homesteads document the evolution of Sotho culture. Visitors are also invited to taste a local beer, brewed on site. Isn't that special? Something I missed out on as I was driving, and I don't have a drop and drive. You can also share local food, enjoy traditional dances, meet village elders, and learn about how local arts and crafts are produced. This isn't Lesotho, this is South Africa. And a whole 370 people have watched it in an hour. I did the other videos and I have 15,000 views in an hour. Yep. I breed hamsters, says Nick. Well, that makes you a farmer, man. Picked up the Afrikaners dividing themselves. They think the refugee state is only for farmers. Well, then they're just not very bright. If that hurts their feelings, I'm sorry. There is the refugee program is stated here in this executive order. There's not one word that says farmer, no mention of farmers. It specifically says Afrikaners, who were victims of unjust racial discrimination. That isn't farmers. And it specifically mentions people who've been denied equal opportunity in employment. Most farmers are self-employed. They don't go work for someone else. Some do. Education, that's not for farmers, although some get university. And business. Well, yeah, I know farmers are business, but you get my point. And now we have this Truth Social came out. Is this why they've all lost interest? Well, suckers. If you want to leave South Africa refugee program and you read this, or you listened to News 24 or the Canadian Lawyer or to Newsroom Africa or to ENCA and you've lost interest, well, you're a sucker. That'll make it easier for people who actually want to come here. They'll go right to the front of the queue while you sit there and bitch and moan and piss about South Africa and don't go anywhere. And then the program closes and you're shit out of luck. You know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, folks. I mean, when I started doing this, I didn't know a bunch of these South African people, celebrities and such. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I got one person, and I said, do you have a contact with this person? I got that person. That got me to this person, got me this person. Next thing you know, I have a Rolodex. We don't have Rolodex anymore, just full of names of big movers and shakers all over South Africa that I can call anytime, and many of them will come on my program, or I can visit them anytime. You know, it's the list of people: Victor Matfield, Nasbota, sorry, I just got a brain cramp there. Joel Stransky, Peter Groenewald, Corné Mulder, Velenkosi Chlabisa. The list goes on and on and on. Steve Hofmeyer. Anyway, so if they want to just believe that, that's on them. Hey, Tracy, how's it going in PE? Love all the different people, their cultures, recipes. Love making recipes from the internet. Pot bread with cream and caramel sugar is an awesome side dish for bride. That sounds interesting, Vin Pump. We're going to watch, not going to watch that as I not want to end up in Lesotho, or at least some of the parts end up in some Sangoma curry. Golden Gate's beautiful. We bought some property land in Clarence last year around the corner from there. Hope it doesn't get expropriated. Hey, Shanae, how you doing there? I know where it is. Flew there a few times. Won't drive there with the Humvee. I drove there with a tiny little rental car. Colette Ostoisen, we slept in a bit. We're here now. Welcome, Colette. Charlotte, Clarence is amazing. Love the town. Is small enough to walk everywhere. Yeah, look, Clarence is nice, but South Africans rave about it. I found it okay. It's kind of out of the way. Maybe that's why they like it. Enjoyed the video of the Gold Gate. Thank you, Paul. Reminds me of my motorbike years in between those mountains, Bethlehem, Clarence, and back. Yeah, that's cool. Ranger Jakes is back, about to head into the Kruger National Park. Okay, Ranger Jakes, cool beans. Hey, Chris, my neighbor went up to the Eastern Transvaal to check out God's window. Can you believe they're actually charging people to look at a forest? Anything to get money. We want to deliver a cow in Natal in a Zulu village. Got schlossed with the elders on that beer, and the cow escaped. We didn't come here for the guarantees or promises. We came here with many full call on COVID and got a job offer, made it work. Bro, the people wanting to refugee status are the Safas that were wanting to leave before this offer, and this offer just became the Willy Wonka's golden ticket. Yes, but you're missing the point, Chronic. I've been inundated with tens of thousands of requests, and nobody's asked a single question about it tonight. I'm just amazed. I'm amazed. Maybe because it's Sunday, or maybe people heard, don't ask that guy. He's grumpy, man. Arctic had $300 in his pocket to make it till his first paycheck. Yes, but what Arctic doesn't tell you is he had to sacrifice. So his first paycheck, there were no strippers. There was no Jim Beam. There was no caviar. He had to suffer. Okay, you were correct. Interest in the programs USA should remain high. Farming and Afrikaner DNA. When industrial farmers leave, new farmers would eventually take their place. Okay. Good morning, South African with a phone. Kay's Garden. What's the S for? You had a delayed brain cramp now because of the listing bribe rookie. Yeah, that's what it is. The bribe rookie, they just did it to me. The algorithm is fed by the choices of the masses. We're all complicit in making social media the way it is. Well, not watching my video will definitely kill my trend. Francois Fontunda, you had a delayed... Okay, sorry. Ever occurred that those who want to leave feel the opportunity for marginalized... Okay. Yeah, we're just waiting for more info. We're kind of like sitting in a loom waiting for someone to do something. Yeah. His first paycheck was like $600. Good Lord, man. That pays for my internet, my mobile phone, and my gas bill. That's it. No food, no petrol, no insurance for the car. Can't move it. No entertainment. $600 wouldn't pay squat. Did an hour car trip last night in the night. Potholes are... Oh, I wouldn't drive at night, Case. Ooh, that's crazy. Ruggedman says, what would be a good salary over there? I'm looking for jobs. Okay, finally got a question. Ruggedman's relatively new. So, Ruggedman, you're going to get all your questions answered tonight. I can't really answer the question, though, because you got to tell me where you want to go. Salaries, average salary, there's no such thing as an average salary. Yes, there is an average, but Manhattan. Whew. So I was recruited by BlackRock, and I had an opportunity to work at UBS, Union Bank of Switzerland in Manhattan. But I decided against it because they're going to have to offer me $400,000 a year before I'd consider working there. And you're like, what, $400,000? Well, I'm worth it, number one. I'm worth it, trust me. Number one. Number two, it's going to cost me over $200,000 just to live there. So if I'm going to go there and put up with the stress of working in a high stress in the financial industry job in New York, put up with all the crap that goes on in New York, especially with the Democrats running the city now, running it to the ground with pickpockets and hookers and drugs and all over the place. And I'm going to put up with all that and paying, $4,000 for a room the size of a coffin per month, then I got to make a lot of money to make it worth my while. So yeah, but I can live here for very much less than that. So there you go. Hopefully that answers the questions. Do you want to build a snowman? Why would I build a snowman? There's no snow. So Ruggedman, it's hard to say what the Ruggedman, did you show up this morning? I can't remember for the Lions game and the Sharks. Yeah. The Lions gave that game away. Can make the best bribe rookie secret recipe. Oh, cool. It's not the chutney. Oros. Where can Piper says when I'm ready to go to the USA? Oh, okay. Bertie, Kyron, Fenta. Well, normally, a refugee is someone who's outside their country. That's a genuine refugee. Legally, international norm is you're a refugee. You flee your country for a safe haven. First safe haven you get to. So if you're in South Sudan, you get to Uganda. That's where you go. You register and you ask for refugee status. And in places with lots of refugees, the United Nations High Commission for Refugees goes there, has camps, sets things up, and they process you for countries that are willing to take you. You're not in that situation in South Africa. It's an in-country refugee status. You're not an actual refugee. You're being granted refugee status, which is an entry stage to come into America, and comes with privileges and rights which immigrants don't get, and which asylum seekers definitely don't get. So, and the idea is to protect you because your life is in peril, in jeopardy. So what happens is, in that case, it's done differently in every case. Cuba, we do it. We did it in Bosnia-Herzegovina. In South Africa, I would expect that we have 4 locations. This I know. We have 4 consulates. One in Cape Town, Durban, Joburg, and Pretoria, at our embassy in Pretoria. So 4 consulates. Either the consulates will process people. There'll be an online procedure. You fill out a form, most likely online. Then you get an appointment. You come in, you get interviewed. You bring whatever documents you need to bring in, and they ask you questions. In the meantime, they do background checks and check on your criminality, and you answer their questions. And based on your answers, they do more investigation. And I would suspect that either the embassy would do that, which seems less likely because they're probably going to be short-staffed, or they would hire a third party to do the investigations. Or in this case, they might even send U.S. military over to do it because we have experienced investigators. So I doubt that will happen, though. So you probably go to some building in Brooklyn near the mall, and somebody like me, devastatingly handsome, will sit across from you and say, okay, so your name is Juanita Duplessis, and you claim to be a Burmese, okay? So how long have you been a South African citizen? Oh, you're Namibian. Sorry, bye, can't be here. Okay, or your name is Yan Yan Yan, and you were convicted of terrorism. Terrorism? And you want to come to America? When did this happen? Well, it was 1998, and I was at the Victoria and Alpha waterfront. I drank too much at the Irish pub, and I was walking down the street when the Planet Hollywood blew up, and I was knocked unconscious. And when I woke up, I was in handcuffs, and I was taken to the police station where they beat the living daylights out of me. And they claimed because I'm a Muslim. Yes, I know. Muslims are supposed to drink alcohol. Don't tell anybody. But I was knocked out because I was a Muslim. I was behind it. I was part of the Pagad. I'm like, I don't even know what Pagad is. What's Pagad? It sounds like some exotic bird. Is that like a hadida, a Pagad? No. So I've never committed treason or terrorism, but it was thrown out of court. Oh, there you go. Well, thank you for that. We'll check into it. It was bogus. And there you go. I'm not trying to be facetious. I think I'm just trying to answer the best possible way. We don't know until a program is established. So, Bertie Karan Fenta, does that help? Electric sheep do not have a birth certificate and seek asylum. Just don't make Chris angry this morning. We'll punish us with a food song and bribe rikis. Average U.S. salary is $66,000 per year. Yeah, which goes a long way in Arkansas and West Virginia, Southeast Ohio. It doesn't go anywhere in Manhattan, Atlanta, Chicago, New York, Miami. What is a person who stopped farming 35 years ago, like my friend and his father taught me to farm? Well, it's nothing to do. Okay, so that we're going to be able to dispel a rumor right here. Okay, so Marlboro. Oh, Marlboro, you're back. Okay, but that must be your friend because you're still farming. First off, the refugee program is not for farmers. It's for everybody who qualifies as an Afrikaner, unjust racial discrimination, whatever the Afrikaner is defined as. So your friend would qualify for this if they fall into that category of Afrikaners, black, white, or brown, whatever it's going to be. However, if you're interested in the thing that was specifically for farmers, there's no program. So we can't even begin to answer that. At least there's an executive order directing a program be established for refugee status. There's nothing for this thing that Trump is offering citizenship on an accelerated pathway and saying it will begin immediately. Monday morning, if there's not a message from the U.S. Embassy, they're going to be in a lot of trouble because Trump says make this happen. He waited a month. He issued the thing to put pressure on the South African government because of their bad behavior towards the United States. All right, so there's nothing more. I've just gone to the U.S. Embassy website, nothing here. But only the Marines are working over the weekend normally, unless people are going to cocktail parties, but that doesn't really help with this. So, hang on a second here. I got... So the video last night, we kind of did note for note. I had 6 videos that got strikes, well, not strikes, but copyright claims that, man, I couldn't get any revenue on that. So I've taken out 5 now. That's how long it took to get 5 of them out. Not an easy thing. Wow, we just had a surge. Did the load shedding end somewhere? Wow, that's crazy. All right, what the heck is? Let's get rid of this. Okay, you guys can rest assured. I got rid of the bribe root keys, so it's gone. We get rid of that. Back to this. There we go. Cool. 373 people here currently. In the state of Missouri, construction is a good start. Is that a statement or question? Any advice for refugees on how to get funds over to America? Well, Heidi Kruger, that's not my place to tell you. There are lots of ways to transfer funds that are legal, and other people know some ways are a little dodgy. I'm not going to tell you. I can tell you that some people mess around with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is not regulated by South Africa or by America. So you can buy Bitcoin with Rand. You can sell Bitcoin for Rand. You can buy Bitcoin for dollars. You can sell Bitcoin for dollars. You can buy Bitcoin with Rand and buy dollars, or sell it and buy dollars. You know, that's one way. There's other ways to transfer money. If you have an overseas bank account, if you have a taxpayer identification number or social security number, you can have a U.S. bank account. But you have to have one of those. The average salary in the world is $11,000. That seems somewhat high. Cash or travel checks for less than $10,000. Wire transfer for more than that. There you go. Yeah, you can only move $10,000 cash in and out of the United States. Otherwise, you get in trouble for currency. Otherwise, you're just the guy from Pala Pala. What about Texas, Utah, and Florida, Rugga Man? Which, you have a question or a statement? Found this new young YouTuber, Jared Abroad. He also gives a solid perspective on South Africa and show the better parts of it. Well, he probably got a lot of views. So Jared Abroad, let me see who that is. I bet he's got thousands of views because he isn't shadow banned like I am. Jared Abroad, okay. Oh, no, he's just getting started. Okay, good for him. Must have a lot of money, be traveling all over the world. He's in Thailand. He's in Vietnam. He's got 906 subscribers. Where's the South Africa video? I don't see any South Africa video. Bangkok. Oh, he's living in Thailand. I don't see anything here about South Africa. Where are you finding that at? Jared Abroad. Must be living in Thailand. Okay. Anyway, okay, what else? Thank you for sharing that, Chronic. They all had bribe bookies last night and they're still sleeping. My family and I moved to Thailand with just 3 bags, but with a job and less than 300, made it work. We'll do it again if possible. Yeah, amazing yacht destinations. Unfortunately, you're going to have to be in South Africa, I believe, to pull it off. For some reason, I've always found the job being a firewatch extremely appealing. Dangers all included. I fully understand what it takes. Won't mind doing that in the U.S. What is a firewatch? I mean, that's guard duty in the military. You mean someone that's a fireman? It's accepted. That's the best way to find a job. Yeah, the Sharks were shocking, but so was the Lions. The Lions, they gave the game away. I mean, unbelievable how they turned that ball over on the restart after they scored that try late in the game. And then a try is scored by the Sharks, and from like 10 feet away, freaking Jaden Hendricks, the worst scrum half in South Africa, in my view, hit the post. I don't know why his brother wasn't kicking. Friend's brother was murdered in Lesotho because he bought a piece of land to build a missionary church. Good God. That's crazy. You know, the Sharks were, both teams, it was a disappointing game this morning. Do you fix the news by reestablishing the Smith-Monk Act? I fix the news by exposing fraud and people pretending to deliver news and delivering op-ed. That's how I fix it. Also, by bringing far greater insights than virtually any journalist on every topic. Most of these journalists have no background in anything. They go to school to learn journalism. They learn how to make copy. They learn how to sit in front of a camera. They learn how to read scripts. They do things like that. Very few of them actually have any skills beyond reading a teleprompter. Never seen snow. I see snow all the time. Missouri construction is good income, one of the lowest rates to live in. Well, there's construction everywhere, man. There's construction everywhere. Country is on the move. Have you had a Pop-Tart? Lynette, that was asked earlier. Yeah, I have. Not my favorite thing, but I've had it. Yep. Thank you for the super chat, though. That was nice. It's been a slow super chat night here. But do not think I will qualify, but we'll wait to see what's required. Yeah, smart move, Amazing Yacht Destinations. Oh, yeah, Cornell. Look, I can tell you how to start a credit record as a refugee. Very simple. And Arctic has given very good advice. Walmart has prepaid credit cards, debit cards. They're debit cards. You have to put money on them. So you buy it, you load the money up at the Walmart or online, and then the money comes off that. Well, by default, you can't spend more than you've got on there. So it's a Visa or a MasterCard, sometimes American Express. And so you use that to pay for things. And that creates a history because that gets reported as a Visa or MasterCard transaction. And it really doesn't make a big distinction between a debit card and a credit card. So boom. And you build it that way. And there's other ways to do it, but that's a very quick way to do it. If you have a little bit of money, you deposit the money in the bank. But you get utilities and you make your bills, you pay on time. You get a mobile phone, you make your payment on time. All of that builds a credit history. So credit score is comprised of several things. One thing is the length of your credit history. So I have a credit card that I've had for about 35 years, one credit card with one bank. And that helps me out a lot, my credit. But then how much credit you carry, vice how much income you have. But don't worry about that in the beginning. You just need to get some credit established and do it that way. That'll get you going. Yep. Just don't ever pay late on anything. Never miss a payment. Always. Also, if you can pay in full. If you have a debit card, you will be paying full. But once you have a credit card, don't use it as a charge as a way to just buy things that you want that you don't need. Waiting actually for the rollout of the details. Yeah, you guys have hammered me, Alma. That's fine. I'm a farmer too. Peppers, tomato, potato. Used my peppers for my bride bookies last night. JP, okay. Zambia? Zambia's okay. I only know the southern part. I just know around Lusaka area, and then from there over to Malawi. I've never been up in the Copper Belt. Also been down to Livingstone and the Vic Falls area. 2 prepaid credit cards, and make sure you don't miss a single payment. Yep. Months later, you should have a decent enough score. Exactly. And by the way, those are the months you're going to be building that credit. That's the months you're getting money from the government and from the programs we use to sponsor people. That's when you'll be getting your skills translated into whatever the standards are for the U.S. You'll be figuring out and determining whether whatever professional qualifications you have are adequate for the U.S. or if they're recognized for the U.S. Sometimes they're not. In Arctic's case, they wanted drunken pilots, and he qualified. Snap, man. He got it just like that. Yeah, so all that's going on, and then you're getting settled in. If you've got kids, you're getting them in school, and they're getting adjusted to going to proper schools, not being indoctrinated with ANC racist, history lies. I have loads of questions, but you cannot help us with it. Okay, Alma. Well, I definitely can't help if I can't answer. If I can't, I don't know what it is. Konrad Kloppa, when do you sleep? Never. Sleep is for the weak. Jan Jordan says, say I apply for a job, yes, I'm successful, but I don't have travel funds and also do not get sponsored. At the same time, the refugee program open, can I go over as a refugee? Well, if you apply for a job and you're not sponsored, then you don't really have a job because you don't have a green card. If you have a green card and you're eligible to work here and you apply for a job, then you have a job. But if you're applying for a job and they accept you without sponsoring you and come to America for a H-1B visa or something like that, I mean, that's just a waste of effort. Unless you know somebody that can hold a job for you. The refugee program open, can I go over? Yeah, well, you can go over as a refugee, but you're not going to come over here if you're not sponsored. You have to have a green card to come work in America, or you have to come as an immigrant with a visa. If you come here as an immigrant, then you don't need refugee status. You're an immigrant to America. You have a permanent residency. So, but I think you're just confusing terms here, Jan Jordan. So, yeah. But refugees are expected to work. Those who are able to work. You get here, you're expected to get a Social Security number, and you're expected to go get a damn job. Start paying back your flight. You don't want to be risking slam with bribery to keep punishment. You're gonna get in trouble for that, Alma, for that statement. Gordon from Nunsburg. I used to be an avid rugby supporter, but once they started bending the knee for BLM, it was the last straw for me. Yeah, well, don't get too excited, Gordon, because baseball and football and basketball have all bent the knee for BLM. Yep, National Football League bent the knee. I don't follow it anymore. After 40 years of being a devout supporter of National Football League, I can't even watch it. I try. Just can't watch it. Yeah, and basketball is 78% black. It's not even remotely representative of America. It's not because whites aren't qualified. It's because they intentionally hire only black players for the most part. And then the Major League Baseball has a small number of black players, but they bend over backwards to inconvenience white Americans playing baseball. So, and they've also played stupid games. So, okay, cattle farms. Your opinion: small, medium, large, or whoops. Come on. Stays in a nature reserve for lookout tower to make sure they're. Oh, that. Yeah, well, that's like the guy from Red Green Show, the ranger. You call those forest rangers, man. They sit in towers and. Okay. Well, we got satellites can detect fires now. I don't know if we still have that people doing that. Lukey says, good morning. Number one hit in South Africa is Jailhouse Rock. Most are still paying mortgages and other loans here. Will this affect them if they want? No, it should have no impact, ma'am. The United States doesn't care if you leave debt behind in South Africa. That's not their problem. Yep. Somehow I missed something. It jumped me. People can say hello. Say hello. Oh, okay. Mega farmers who are likely to move to USA. I think mostly it'd be small family farmers who move to the USA. I don't think any mega farmers are going to leave it. They're giving up a lot. Looking for printing jobs. Some offer 50, 70K. Yeah, we've got those. Right. You're not going to get a job unless you have authority to come here. If you come here as a refugee, then you have the authority. You have the right to work here. But if you're coming as an immigrant, you have to have approval. You have to have a permanent residency card. Earth Angel. Welcome to you. Okay. Good morning, Xander. Morning, okay, Gil Owen. I think everyone is scared to ask questions, else we get the bribe key. You're not getting the bribe key. Today is a difficult day. A year ago, my father passed away after Steve Biko Hospital refused to help him during a heart attack. Oh, dear God, wind pump. Yeah, see, these are the things that aren't reported, that they don't talk about. And whites feel special. They should be feeling ordinary. People don't feel special when they're denied medical care because of their skin color. Realistically, how many of us go to USA? Definitely not for everyone. So the cream will go and the normal people will stay. Why would you? Your statement makes no sense to me whatsoever, Frank. The cream will go. What cream? Okay, see, you're living under some false assumptions here, and I'm just going to have to rubbish all those false assumptions right now. The only way I can discern that you are saying what you said there is you must believe that the USA takes people based on merit. Nope. That's the Canadians. That's the Canadians. They get all the credit. Oh, look at Canada. They're so lovely. They're so generous. The Canadians are so wonderful. They're cuddly. They're like koala bears. Oh, they just love immigrants. No. It's a lie. Canada only takes people that they want to pillage other countries that are doctors, they're lawyers, they're nurses, they're dentists, they're physicists. They don't take average poor dirt people with nothing and broken and disabled. Guess who does? America, the systemically racist country, takes all those people of color who are broken. We don't care. Refugee status is not about doctors and lawyers. It's about people. So let me rubbish that because I assume that's where you're coming from. So it's definitely for everybody who wants it. So how many of us will be able to go to the USA? Well, we're kicking out 30 million criminals who invaded our country. We got plenty of room here. There's 2.8 million white Afrikaners. There's 2 million other white South Africans. There's 6 to 8 million colored South Africans, 1.3 million Indian South Africans. And by my estimation, if I wrote the program, every one of them would be eligible to come to America. And even some black South Africans. So bring it on. We'll take them all. And South Africa will collapse overnight. So, Stefan, you're new here, so I wasn't yelling at you. Anybody's feelings get hurt here. Find hilarious that government is like, we can sort out our own issues, yet they're crying about being... Exactly. Micey Kinford. We can sort our own issues out. America's impinging on our sovereignty. How? By not giving you money? There's a definite problem obtaining a renewed passport. The banks seem to be unable to help at this stage. Well, the banks never helped. That's a misnomer, Greenfire. The banks never helped. You're just able to file there electronically through the bank to Home Affairs. Home Affairs did all the work. The bank was just a middleman. They're not even involved in it. Peter Liebenberg was found guilty of culpable homicide due to a motor vehicle accident in 1998. Will that count against me as I now have a criminal record as a result of that accident? Peter Liebenberg, I'm not an attorney, and I'm not sure how to answer the question other than common sense. As a former federal law enforcement official, not an immigration attorney, not an immigration judge. I've been a judge, but not of immigration. It was for criminal activity. So as an investigator, I can tell you that time and severity have an impact. So without answering other questions, Peter, don't tell us the circumstance of that's your personal situation, your life. You shared more than I would have shared in the chat. If you were wildly intoxicated, if you have a history and a record of being wildly intoxicated and you're drunk driving and you killed somebody and you were convicted of culpable homicide because of that, in America, that would probably be negligent homicide, not culpable. So I'm not an expert. You can get the Canadian lawyer. He can probably answer the question better than me. Look, nothing venture, nothing gain, Peter. If you want to come, apply. Okay? If you shot and murdered somebody in the course of robbery, you ain't coming to America. If you're convicted of rape, you ain't coming to America most likely, unless you're like 16 or something like that. Maybe they'll look the other way. And now you're 50. So, and you've not done anything else. So you look at a whole person concept when it comes to this sort of thing, okay? Whole person concept. Depending on how many people they get and how many investigators they need, I might be working in South Africa as a contractor doing investigations into your backgrounds. So, no, Peter, I wouldn't discourage you. If it's something you want to do, I'd recommend you apply to it. What I will tell you is the following. I will tell every one of you here, whatever you listen to, whomever you listen to, full stop. Listen to what I'm telling you. Do not lie to an investigator. There's no coming back from a lie. If you lie or mislead or deceive an investigator when they ask you a question, it will bite you in the ass. Maybe not at the interview, maybe not to get you on a plane to come to America, maybe not once you come to America, but at some point down the road, like when you apply for citizenship, if you do that, or a green card, and they discover that you lied, you're gone. And guess where you go back to? Right from the place you fled from. That's not a good look. Do not lie. Do not lie. Do not lie. Do not lie. I tell people this all the time, and they still lie. They still fucking lie. It's unbelievable. And in the course of investigation, talking to people, I'm like, listen. Do you really want to submit this paperwork? What do you mean? Well, it says here you have a college degree. Yes, I do. I said, are you sure you want to submit it? You do realize that if you lie and submit false paperwork, claiming education you don't have, that you will be kicked out of the Army. No, it's true. I said, there's a problem with this. No such college exists in Liberia. It never has. No, I have a certificate. Yeah, and I can get the same certificate by walking downtown and paying somebody $10 US. Doesn't mean you got an education. Would you like to amend your paperwork before I accept it? That's how generous I was. Oh, take it. Kicked out. PayPal. Okay, let me go to PayPal and see what's going on. Thank you for that, Louise. PayPal. Oh, it's going to make me probably freaking do a two-factor authentication. It loves to do that. Log in. Password. I don't want that. I already have the app on my phone. Okay. Whoa, did that just come in? I just got $5. Oh, 2 days ago. Okay. Thank you for everything you've done to our country. During apartheid, the police were stoned, but black people were brutally necklaced. Yeah. That dynamic still exists today. Whites suffer under ANC's policies, but black people refuse to support. The racist, corrupt government ideology are seen as sellouts and punished even more harshly. Please keep this brown-skinned minority in mind when discussing the mistreatment of minorities. I've already lost business, friendships, and more, and I'd rather avoid further trouble. Okay? All right, thank you for the super chat. I don't know if that's from the person just mentioned it. I'm not going to say who it was from. But yeah, thank you for the super chat. Someone sent that. Yeah, I do. I talk about everybody. I don't just talk about white folks here. Again, as I said, if it had been up to me, if it were up to me, what's this? Widow in Virginia, leave here, passed away. Okay, I'll have to answer that question for that person a little bit later on. Okay. All right. Yeah. No. So, yeah. So, I if it were up to me, I would have written the executive order differently. I would have said the ethnic minorities. By the way, though, folks, so all the Newsroom Africa and all the black supremacists and white idiots and leftist liberals and racist attacking Afrikaners, this Truth Social post by Donald Trump opens the door up to everybody, regardless of skin color. Did you know that? Because this is what he wrote. To go a step further, any farmer, not black, white, or brown, any farmer with family in South Africa seeking to flee that country for reasons of safety will be invited into the United States with a rapid pathway to citizenship. This process will begin immediately. So if you're a colored farmer, that to me says you can come. If you're a black farmer, that says you can come. If you're an Indian farmer, that says you can come. Shaw had a farm in the Botswana border with cattle and ostriches. Now you grow corals. Okay. Okay. That was a response to what you asked for what area I'm looking at going. Well, that was a long time ago, Rugged Man. Sorry. Okay. Well, you can look at going those areas, but you have no say. You can ask. It's up to where the Homeland Security puts you. If everybody wants to go to Palm Beach, we can't send you all to Palm Beach. There aren't that many sponsors and isn't that many resources there. With more jobs coming in the oil gas industry, will this be mainly Texas? No, it won't, Alfonso. The rapid growth in the energy industry is in North Dakota at the moment. Offshore account they used to use. Okay, Vilma. Whoa, it just jumped. Okay. Okay, that I saw already. Okay. Okay, I already saw that. Xander, I already saw that. Okay. Cornelok says if you can build up a good credit score record and you want to buy a car or house on credit, will you be able to do so as a refugee? Yes. No, you don't have to wait for a green card. No. These idiots make loans to illegal aliens. As long as you have a social security number, you got a credit check, you can borrow. Yeah. Now, it may impact. If you haven't got a green card yet, they might say, well, once you got a green card, permanent residency, but you get that within the first year. So I'm not sure, how they'll handle that, but yeah, you'll be fine. All right, Arctic, you're talking about police clearance, but police clearance is from South Africa. And you're talking about for citizenship? We'll see. We moved to Panama, 2018, the best move ever done since the Black Pearl. Wow, you're in Panama. Well, we're taking the canal zone back, buddy. Choose a well-to-do minority and blame all the problems on them. Well, it must be different. Good morning. Number one hit in South Africa is jailhouse. I already saw that. Most are still paying mortgages and other loans here. I already answered these questions. Lynette, Devet, 150 Rand. Do you have already? This thing is way back. Why am I getting bribe rookie questions all of a sudden? Boy, this thing went way back. Modest Potgeeter, 70 Rand super chat. Thank you for that. Palm Beach is mine. You can have it. I don't want Florida at all. Would a P2 refugee be allowed to bring their firearms, USA? Relaxing positive energy, I'm not aware that you can bring firearms. I mean, there's a way to bring firearms in America, but I'm not sure how that's going to work with refugees. Not sure that's going to work because it depends on where you're going, what state you're going to. So, it depends. Yeah, so I don't know the answer on that one. I wouldn't worry about that too much right now. I'd worry about whether you qualify. Whether you get approved, then worry about whether you can get guns over here. If you do, you're going to pay for them out of pocket, and it ain't cheap. A friend of mine paid $1,500 to take his rifle and shotgun to Botswana. And he had cleared it with the embassy and checked and said, can I bring rifles and shotguns under the status force agreement? We didn't have a status force agreement. He said, can I bring it? And he said, yeah, you can bring your guns. And he brought them. And the embassy, he got in trouble. He got called in the ambassador's office the day that his rifle and shotgun showed up. And they're like, what the hell are you doing? You can't bring weapons in this country. And he's like, I asked. So he had to spend $1,500 to send them back. I would have destroyed them. Apply to persons working in agriculture business but are not farmers. Does what apply to them, scientists? Does what apply to them? This tweet? This tweet is nothing. It's just Trump just stirring the pot for the ANC. If it does turn into another program, then it would probably apply to agricultural workers. Yeah, you're farmers. Just because you don't own a property doesn't mean a farmer. Brendan Horner was a farmer. Didn't own any property, though. Oh, wow. Good for them. We should take a page out of their books. Sad thing is not just the farmers that get attacked. Okay, Black Pearl has nothing to do with the farmers. Why are you people fixated on farmers? Stop. Okay, this is where people go, oh, don't yell at me. Oh, he's so grumpy. It gets a little frustrating. Why the fuck are people fixated on farmers? It's not for farmers. Listen to the words come out of my mouth. It's not for farmers. Stop listening to the shit media in South Africa and the hate wankers that don't want anybody to leave. I don't want you to leave, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the truth. There's no farmers in here. Not one. This is not a program. This is not an executive order. This is a trolling tweet by Donald Trump, which might lead to something. This is an executive order carrying the weight of the chief executive of the United States. This says nothing about farmers. Once again, God, people quit believing the bullshit you hear. Read the fucking order. Sorry. Read the order. This act follows countless government policies designed to dismantle equal opportunity in employment, education, and business, and hateful rhetoric and government actions, fueling disproportionate violence against racially disfavored landowners. The program is open to Afrikaners in South Africa who are victims of unjust racial discrimination, not to Afrikaners in Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Eswatini, or Lesotho. Nope. Not to Tswana, not to Venda, to Afrikaners, not to farmers, to everybody Wang Chung tonight. Hey, Crypto Noob, where you been, man? I felt it was pushed to go. Don't think I would give a damn where. Good morning to somebody just said Gordon from, oh no. That was Reno Peterson. Good morning to you. I was saying that now, days to get a job and say they make you do a police clearance. Right, we do our own checks. And that includes checking criminal databases in foreign countries, but we know what are reliable, what are unreliable. Checking a criminal database in Uganda where someone's accused or convicted of a crime isn't necessarily going to prevent them getting a visa because we evaluate that. We know that that's a fascist government. Hotful Bikers is back. This has been a refugee. Will that person be able to try? Yes. Contrary to what the Canadian lawyer told you, oh, you should think very hard about this. You know, you'll have a mark in your passport and you'll be asked by immigration officials if you go to study in UK or Australia. Do you plan to ever go back to your home country? Why would they ask you that? You have permanent residency in America. It's not germane whether you go back to South Africa or not, or Chad, or Uganda, or Somalia. Has no bearing on your travel. As long as your passport's still valid. No bearing on travel whatsoever. It's a dumb comment. I can't believe that guy's actually a lawyer. What if I had debt about 12 years ago? Would that have expired? Seb Lalo, what do you mean if you had debt? Are you a deadbeat? You didn't pay your debt? Is that what you mean? That's not meant as an insult. That's just the only word I can come up with. They're not going to care about that for a refugee program. Power back on. Let's rewind. Hey, Leandra Cecilia Highness. Just want to be in a Republican state, all red, where there are docks by the ocean. Aren't many of those. Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida. That's about it. Alaska. That is the only thing about Utah. Time to get used to snow, which is still better outlook than the situation here. Yeah, we're doing criminal checks, not record, not financial checks. Not credit checks. Correct, alts. Start off on such a chill morning. Started off. We've been at this for 2 hours, man. Do you have a comment? I have no idea what that is. You're a server farmer. Well, there you go. Are you the guy behind the Hillary Clinton loss? The guy that ran the Macedonian server farms? Oh, now you want the Bribe Rookie song. No, I'm not going to give you Bribe Rookie now. Here we go. Get to the chopper. It's a fucking goat. You're right, Sloth Puppy. It's a fucking goat. I apologize. It could be a fucking order just like it's a fucking goat. Open everybody. Yeah. Thank you, Debbie. I saw a YouTube channel with 1 million and then nearly 2,000 comments. A black us tube. The comments were disturbing. Like things like, we will package staff as they come to the U.S. Yeah. Okay. Those are keyboard warriors. They're not going to do anything. Not going to do anything. Yep. I think this refugee program will be a good thing for America. We are known to be hardworking. Maybe. Cost us a lot of money. It's really unfair. For every refugee who comes over here, we spend $27,000 to resettle them per year. Per year. That cost us a fortune out of our pockets. Mark Dahl, welcome to you. Thomas Holmes, emotional damage. Oh, some people really have thin skins. Big brother, oh no, my privacy connected hacked. Exactly, Superstar QQ. The Truth Social tweet is just trolling for the moment until something comes up. Now, if he issues an executive order, we'll see. But Trump does like to issue executive orders on the weekend. Is it legal to own a firearm in your first year in America? Yes. Doesn't matter if you're a refugee. If you're here legally, you can own a firearm. Depends on the state and what the laws are. Here you have to have a records check, despite the lies that the Democrats tell. I can't just go buy a gun. I got to go through a records check. What's the maximum age USA allows you to apply for police force? Well, Linda, as you can imagine, it's usually in your 30s. Usually. But there are exceptions. And there's all kinds of police. We have all kinds of police. We have park police. We have federal police. FBI you're not going to get into. We have local municipal police. We have county sheriffs. And those are elected positions. You can run for sheriff. The minute you submit for change of status to get a green card, you cannot travel outside the U.S. unless you also apply for a travel exemption. Yes, Arctic. Yes, you apply for an exemption. I was asked if you can travel. I wasn't asked under specific circumstances. You can have exemption. That's correct. The issue was I was talking about the Canadian guy who said that you'll be looked at as if you have a black mark in your passport. That's not true. That's not true. So what you say is correct, and so is what I said. Perhaps my answer wasn't full enough because the question wasn't specifically pointed enough. Yeah, the immigration lawyers are losing money. They'll say anything to prevent people from taking the free offer made by Trump. Exactly. There's a lot of fake news out there, guys. Just listen, rewind, play again. Bleach. Dude, if you're coming to America to buy weapons, then you want to live here just to have guns. It's the wrong motivation. Oh, my bride brookie has onions soaked in water to remove the sting and tomato. Ugh. I think it's why the media, the government, and all these idiots are spreading misinformation because a lot of people take up refugee status. The banks are losing a lot of money in unpaid debt. Yeah, no, that's true. That's what's going to happen. They're going to lose a fortune. What happens if you don't get your passport in time? Oh, Louise, that's a question I've answered many times, but fine that you asked that. We don't know because we don't know. Normally, many refugees have no travel documents. They flee from Darfur to Chad. They show up with the clothing on their back. They flee from South Sudan to Uganda. They show up with the clothing on their back. They have no documents. They have no birth certificates. They have passports, no ID cards. And the UNHCR issues them documents. And then the U.S. government issues them travel documents to come to the U.S. In your case, I would expect they would expect you to have a passport. You're in a country where you haven't fled from. However, that may not be a hard and fast rule, particularly understanding if the U.S. people responsible for it recognize that South African Home Affairs is dicked up. Then they'll probably say, you know what? Okay, it's okay. Did you drink? No. Do you think it would be easier to become a citizen for me? My girlfriend is from the States, and I'm going to visit her soon. Would it be easier to do it while I'm there? Become a citizen? You can't become a citizen just by coming here, Creamsty. Interesting question. No. New Galaxies, good morning to you. You have to live here for many years. First off, you have to have permanent residency in order to stay here. Otherwise, you exceed your passport, you're going to be kicked out as undesirable. Kind of like they tried to pull me in South Africa because the guy wrote the wrong date down on my passport. It cost me 7,000 Rand to get that sorted out. Anyway, you can't just come here and become a citizen. You have to meet certain standards. You have to live here for a period of time and be criminal free. So you can't even just marry a U.S. citizen and get to stay in America. You have to apply for that. You marry a U.S. citizen on a visa, a tourist visa, you're going to be sent home unless you're fortunate enough to have done it. So anyway. No, I don't understand your point. Look, the best option for South Africans is this refugee program if and when it becomes available. I don't need oxtail. No. Too close to the poo shoot. Nope. So I can get a gun after a year, right? No, you get a gun right away as long as you meet the rules of the state. It's governed by states. Yeah, what is with you guys and guns, man? Get a grip. Get a grip. You go into an interview and you keep talking about guns, you're not going to get refugee status. Can I get a gun? I want an AK-47. Wait, can I get that? How quick can I get when I get there? Relax, man. Okay, Creams, as a refugee, you can't come back. That's right. That's correct. But you can't become a citizen before 5 years. If you want, okay, dude or lady, I assume it's dude. You said girlfriend, so I could be wrong. It's modern day. Or you're talking about coming to America to become a citizen so that you can come back to South Africa. Well, you can't come to America to become a citizen unless you're an immigrant. You have to meet certain standards, and it takes years, usually 7 to 10 years for most people to become a citizen. If you become a refugee, you apply for a permanent green card with 1 year, you follow the rules. After 5 years, you can apply for citizenship, and most people become citizens. Many do. If you serve in the U.S. military, after 3 years of honorable service, you can apply for citizenship, and most people get it. Yes, Wyoming is amazing. Don't be telling people about Wyoming, Neville. They look and sound well rested. Okay? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't bring more than $10,000 cash in here. You will be in a lot of trouble, even as a refugee. You can ask to go to Wyoming, but very few people get placed there. No, Boers don't love their firearms as much as Americans. We have over 450 million firearms in this country. Can you measure up to that? Nope. 30 rifles and shotguns. 30 rifles and shotguns, plus handguns. No, Walmart isn't carrying guns for the most part in much of the country anymore. No, you can't get guns from Walmart anymore. You can't get it from Dick's Sporting Goods. They're just shameful people. Unfortunately, all our politicians are dishonest except for Neil DeBeer, says Cornelia Fundamental. Please stay out of Wyoming because I'm moving there and I love my privacy. Yep. Well, I mean, if you were here in America and you marry someone and you're on a tourist visa and you go back to, you don't even have to be in America to get married to them. You get married in Denmark, get married wherever marriage is recognized. You go back to South and apply for refugee status, then you're going to list your spouse. Your spouse will be an American citizen. I don't know if that have an impact. It's a perk. I'm keen to live and work. Okay? Go elk hunting. All right, well, you're going to want a northern state then. It's fair to say that as a refugee, you can limit the amount of money the U.S. government has to spend on you by finding work ASAP. Well, it won't matter, Graham. Whatever benefits are available. The problem is there isn't usually enough money to fund the program. So the benefits supposed to last 3 years, certain categories, some for 5 years. The ones where they give you cash typically don't last 3 years. They typically give it to you for 8 months to 12 months. So you're going to get the money whether you want it or not. And we're going to spend it on you whether you want it or not. That's just how it works. But you are expected to go get a job. I watched one of the videos you released last night. You said you were pessimistic. Huh? I didn't say I was pessimistic. What are you talking about? Oh, you guys. Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, Godfold. I mean, some people want to come in here and argue about this and that and the other. And I mean, look, I can tell you as the law says, my analysis of the law, and what common sense says, plus my experience. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right. But, I mean, I'm not offering you legal services to come to America. I'm not offering you to put you on a list to get you priority placement here and take money from you. I'm not asking you for any of that. This is not my place in life. That's fraud. I don't do that stuff. I'm just trying to give you the best analysis possible. And I'm also not asking you to come here. Also not asking you not to come here. Look, I mean, people want to be pessimistic. That's fine. If they want to wallow in their misery, that's fine. They want to sit around and bitch and moan and piss. Oh, woe is me. It's terrible. It is. So what's the point? Don't come here and bitch about it. Don't come here and go, oh, you're never going to go. Trump's going to renege. Those are just trolls, man. Or sourpusses. A lot of people are grateful. Whether there ever is a refugee program or not, Donald Trump has pulled the blinders off. People all over America and around the world even are looking at South Africa going, wait a second. Is this shit really happening there? Yeah, and it has been for years. While you all sleep and walk right through it and ignore what's happening in South Africans, black, white, and brown. Trump has removed that now. People are paying attention. It should have happened in 2018 when he did the tweet, but he never followed it up. Tucker Carlson did a one-off. Now, anyway, so yeah, whatever Trump does or doesn't do, people should be grateful. Jean, I missed something here. It jumped ahead of me here. Woke up this morning, went outside, I was smoking, just heard gunshots going off. Yeah, that's not normal. If you got proof of the money, can you take more? No, you can't. No, Edward. No, you can't. There's a limit to how much money you can bring in the country. There's a limit how much. I can only bring 25,000 Rand into South Africa. That was almost a problem. One trip, not most trips. I don't have cash, but yeah. You can only bring 25,000 Rand into South Africa. You can only bring $10,000 in the U.S. You can actually bring more than that, but you have to pay a huge fee. Black Pearl, my question is, if you've left South Africa now, you would like to take this opportunity to go to the USA as a refugee, can that be? No. Unless they make some special arrangement, you must not be in a third country. So, U.S. immigration law, Immigration Nationality Act of 1980, says that you must be located outside the United States, special humanitarian interest to concern the U.S., demonstrate you were persecuted or fear persecution, and you are not firmly resettled in another country. So if you're on holiday, if you're on a short-term, working visa, maybe that won't matter. But if you're staying long-term somewhere, if you're living somewhere, then you're not going to qualify. But we don't know. We have to wait and see. You pick where you go. Yes, they do pick where you go. They pick. The Department of Homeland Security decides where you go. It's based on absorptive capacity. Rather than having 30 million criminals invade our country and bastardize our language and demand that we apply Sharia law and speak Spanish and all this other crap in this country, that's uncontrolled, and it results in total chaos in this country. Therefore, Homeland Security will send you where their 300 sponsor agencies are, non-government organizations and government organizations that sponsor refugees. As I mentioned a couple of days ago, the gentleman I work with, who's a retired colonel, sponsored a family from Ukraine. They're here in Carlisle, and he's their sponsor. Sees them at least once a month. The resources they get come from the U.S. government, and then he helps them out and answers their questions and takes them places and helps them adjust to the culture. But they're not just going to put you anywhere. They're going to put you where they have people that can support you, organizations and sponsors. If you have a desire to go somewhere, you can tell them, but it doesn't mean. If you have a job already, you're working for an American company and you're going to come over, they're based in Teaneck, New Jersey, and like, can I go to New Jersey? I already work for this company. They've got a job for me. They might go, yeah, okay, we'll put you there. Good, start paying taxes right away. We would love that. 3 months or visas, 6 months. Are there different kinds? Oh, there are all kinds of visas, Alt. There are 3-month visas, there's 6-month visas, there's 10-year visas. Yeah, we issue 10-year visas to trustworthy people. Yep. They do pick where you go. Stefan Furey, Walmart went woke. They did. That's why they quit selling guns. I mean, some of them I think still sell in some states, but you can't get them here. I go to Walmart, there's no guns. There's pellet guns, that's it, but not real guns. How does hunting on public land work in the U.S.? There are designated areas. It depends on the state, and it depends on what public land. You're talking about federal land? Good luck with that. State land, we have all parts of Pennsylvania. If you look on a map, it says state game lands, which means you can go hunt on it. Of course, you have to have a license. You have to hunt in season. But yeah, you go vote on it. Okay, so flipping what if you have a mark and record as FD? Huh? Yeah, there's no mark on your record. That lawyer was dishonest. He made it sound like being a refugee is bad. No, being granted refugee status and accepted by a country is a good thing. It means you're recognized as being persecuted, your life is in jeopardy, and someone rescued you. Getting an exemption, which Arctic was talking about, to travel to a third country, there's no mark on your record. No mark whatsoever. And it doesn't matter whether you ever intend to go back to your home country. That isn't germane. Who would tell you such bullshit? Well, they're going to ask you in the UK when you go there to study. If you're in America as a refugee, why are you going to the UK to study? Study in America. It's a stupid premise that he came up with. Love your show. Thanks so much. You're welcome, Seb Lalo. Remember, we are blood from 4 trekkers, hence the gun thing. Yeah, I got you. Montana seems to be overtaken by a blue tsunami and dang expensive. Yeah, it is expensive. Gideon, of course, I can't speak for all Afrikaners, but guns are viewed more as an essential tool for protection, but not loved. Well, Americans love their guns. Well, I know it's hard to have more than 5, but I can have as many as I want. I can have an arsenal, and maybe I do have one. Yep. Morning, brother, says Peter. Thank you for your constant help and keeping an eye on things affecting us. You're welcome. Definition of a pessimist is an optimist with experience. Ha ha. Yeah, thank you, Debbie. Do watch my segments on that. I'm going to have to make a link on the channel.
Northern states definitely where I'd like to be in the end. Look at Idaho, North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Wyoming. Idaho, South Dakota, and Wyoming would be my choices there. Okay. Thanks for your advice. Lucky I'm happy here in Panama running my own company. Okay, cool beans. Does it only count for cash? I'd like to take all the money out of hands ANC. Charmaine, I don't have an exact answer for you that because I'm not a rich. I don't have tons of money to bring in the country, so it's not an issue for me. I do know there are immigration laws, and there are laws that restrict how much money you can move, but there are ways around it. I would talk to a financial advisor. That's what I recommend doing. 10-year visa. See, there you go. You have one, Michael, and you're smiling. Is that true, or are you just being a smart aleck? You can move all your money in the form of super chats to the Colonel's channels. Yeah, I'll reimburse you minus 80%. Okay. If you have a global account with US dollars in it, it's not going to matter, Peter. Put all your money in there. I mean, if you can access from anywhere in the world, that's not going to, when you take money out and bring it in the US, then it's going to be noticed. Yeah. $10,000 wire transfer unlimited. Okay. 10-year visa, yes. Only got to use it once, though. Yep. I think most South Africans demand to just live their lives and be free. Well, that's not how it's going here, Hodful. People want to know about their pets. They want to know about the schools. They want to know about this. They want to know about that. They all act like they're immigrating here. You're not. Your life's in jeopardy. You're coming here. Suck it up and get here, Buttercup. Then figure out all the crap. Meantime, the program isn't even published, so do your research, which is what people are doing by asking me questions. Thomas Holmes says, I don't mind where I'm sent as long as I can get employment. Unemployment's 4% nationwide. Iowa, it's like 1.8%. Employment's not a problem. Question of whether it's in your field or not. Oh, you're in Durban, Michael Cole, Durban. South Africans feel war-torn with all the crime. Some feel naked without being armed one way or another. As long as I have passports for children, written permission from biological fathers who I brought, it should be fine. Wouldn't tell the dad about the refugee program. I'm not sure that's going to work, Alfred Connor. Not sure. What did Colette ask? I didn't see a question from Colette. I don't see her question. Mike Weston, I will not move to U.S., but I will visit and bring some biltong. My sister lives in Texas and begged me to move over. Okay. Social media, traditional media can be split into two camps. Action versus action, someone who does or doesn't moans. Do you think the robbing of the info bomb and the Southern government is a kind of mental game now? They're watching. Yeah, they are letting them dig a hole. Marie Hibbert, here it's normal to hear gunshots. No, I know that. I've been to South Africa many, many times. Once program drops, do you have any idea, opinion, how long it can possibly run for? Nope, I don't, Willem. I don't. And nobody does. It'd just be a guess. And it'd be based on nothing. Okay. I still don't see where Colette asked a question. Somehow I didn't see that. My husband and 15-year visa, yes, went to Kentucky. I've never heard of 15-year visa in Maretki. That's new to me. I've never heard of that before. Yeah, how's she not going to tell the father about the refugee program? She has to get an affidavit. Exactly. Otherwise, it's kidnapping. You are correct. You are correct. Visited Germany last year. Do you like the white sausages that you can get? Yeah, no, they're called Nürnbergers, little tiny thin ones. Is that what you're talking about? They're called Nürnbergers. I love those. I eat those regularly. I have sauerkraut with sweet mustard and a brezel, a big pretzel, and white kraut. Nürnbergers. Do we have wildlife farms? What do you mean by wildlife farms? Do you mean do we raise wildlife as game? Yeah, we've got that. People raise bison for food. We have a broker, sure, we'll be able to transfer funds when we need it. Okay. Is it true AfriForum is trying to advocate for Afrikaner reservation or folks not Washington, D.C., not getting my hopes up, just wondering? No, it's not. It's not true. That's not what they said. That's not what they're doing. That's been misinterpreted and lied about by the media, trying to call them traitors, when that's not at all what they've done. If you pay attention, if you pay attention and actually read their memorandum, their Washington memorandum, that is not what they say. Let me see if I got it here. I had it here, so I'm looking for it. There it is. There's the Solidarity Movement. So it would give one the impression that if they first read it, but if you actually pay attention to what they're saying, it's not that. What they're asking for is help in, getting concentrations of Afrikaners living in one area so that you have a community. So page 1, page 2, page 3. Okay, here you go. So page 3, there's the memorandum for Washington memorandum right there at the bottom down here. aid be provided to an Afrikaner development fund to assist with community infrastructure protecting Afrikaners. So what they want is where Afrikaners live to be able to put, security and other measures in, water lines and stuff like that to help people. This includes safety structures, social structures, job structures, training structures, and infrastructures to settle Afrikaners in a concentrated manner. In other words, if you're isolated somewhere and you're not getting services because the government's failing, they're suggesting that maybe you move to Pretoria East, where there's a lot of Afrikaners at. That is not a homeland. That is not a request for homeland. And everyone claims it's a request for homeland is a liar. It doesn't ask for homeland. Just to settle in a concentrated manner. That's the phrase they're using, that they're claiming that they're asking for homeland, which is horseshit. It's total horseshit. It's just lies by leftists, which is what they're good at. They lie. That's all they're good at. They're good for nothing. So, did I answer your question? Soy Goy Roy. Okay. Technically showing he's written permission to travel abroad, not permission if she wants to travel. Yes, Afrikaner, you're correct technically, but do you really think the United States government is going to let you get in a refugee program from a country in country without having permission from the parent? I find that implausible because that will create all kinds of legal issues between the U.S. and South Africa. I don't think we're going to do that. If you are a parent with 2 children in Chad, having fled from Darfur, and no one knows the status of your spouse, they're even alive, they're going to let you bring your kids to the UK or to the US or Germany as a refugee. That's going to happen. But someone in South Africa where you're not at war and you're not legally a refugee, we're just granting it to you because we're generous, it seems highly implausible to me that they're going to let you come over without a permission from the parent. This doesn't pass Afrikaner Boer. It doesn't pass the smell test. We don't know. You were technically correct, but that's akin to lying. That's akin to lying, and it's not a good thing to lie. Hey, Tessa. Financial immigration. What is financial immigration? Nobody's immigrating here. This is not an immigration program. Get that out of your mind. Exactly. It's a refugee program, not a trip to Disneyland where you can select or demand what you want. Stefan Faris says Bitcoin. Well, there's a lot of risk in that. Could you keep your funds working here for you in South Africa as a refugee in USA, or is it a complete cutoff and ghost scenario? Well, I mean, the U.S. government's not going to tell you can't have, but you do have to report to the IRS, whether you're in America or not. If you're here, if you have income, if you're living in America, or if you're an American living abroad, and you have income in a foreign country, you must report it. You have a bank account in a foreign country, you must report it. If you don't, IRS will lock your ass up. Yep. So you can have foreign interest. I had foreign bank accounts at one time. Don't now. I used to have foreign bank accounts. I lived abroad, so I had foreign bank accounts. I had to report to the IRS. It's over a threshold. I want to say how much it is, but I forget how much it is. Maybe it's 10,000. I don't recall. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, you can have foreign bank accounts. The U.S. doesn't care, but they want their tax money if you have income. No, there's no Volksstaat. That's nonsense. That's Julius Malema lying to the world. Earth Angel, that could be a problem for you. Excuse me, folks. I've got to take care of something here. It's driving me nuts here. Give me a second here. Turn the camera off for just a second. Give me a second here. This is driving me nuts right now. I'm still here. Not going anywhere. Sorry. That's something caught there. Driving me nuts. I'm back. Okay. Yeah. Earth Angel, adopting your foster children, that's a problem. If you haven't adopted your foster children, you're not going to be able to take them. That I can pretty much guarantee. They're not yours legally. It's helped a lot of people move money overseas. There are a lot of legal ways to do it. Yes, Lynette, I know. And I'm not going to offer any advice on that. I'm not, because next thing I'll be accused of trying to help people get out of South Africa. That's not my role here. Nope, I report on the news, and this is newsworthy. That's why I'm reporting on it. So anyway, sorry for the following. I'm sure you've been asked before. My wife and I are thinking of going, but are concerned about our family that remain. Be able to visit them as refugees. No, you wouldn't be able to go back. Nope, not except under extreme circumstances, somebody dying or something like that. But they could come visit you in America. As long as they can get a visa to come over, they can always come over. Yeah, visas are linked to a reason. Had a 10-year one, but it was linked to delivering yachts. Expired 2 years ago. Exactly. But by the way, the visa lets you come, but you can't extend. You can't stay beyond the period. It doesn't like you can't come here for 10 years. It just means for a 10-year period, you don't have to get another visa. So if you're allowed to come for 90 days, you can come for a 90-day period. and you got to go. Chris Lee loves purple. On-air sign, microphone, even his markers for paper. Yep. A pen. Yep. Sure is the case. Soy Goy Roy says, answer the question. People of the palace, off to church with me. Okay, cool. Jocks Boykes gave a 99 Rand super chat. I didn't see that. Thank you for that. Is the thing turned off? Oh, the alert box is off. That's why. Thank you for that, Jacques. We've been waiting for this invite for a long time. Great channel. Keep up great. How'd you find me, Jacques? Sometimes I think I'm going mad because I know everything Afriform Saudi are doing, but then hear rubbish from mainstream media, also other clowns. Well, guys, I mean, I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not making it up. Here's the memorandum. You can read the memorandum. If you come to a different conclusion, that's your prerogative. That's not my conclusion. Also, bear in mind that I spent 2 hours interviewing the delegation from South Africa after they met with the White House, and interviewed 2 of them, Kali Creel and Jaco Kleinhans, and asked that very specific question. Because I saw this memorandum, I took this with me, and I asked that question. Are you looking for a Volksstaat, a homeland? No, that's not what they were looking for. Now, if they're lying, they'll get called on eventually, but I don't see why they're lying. Albert van Lingen, how you doing there, man? News Today City Press, U.S. could use Zonda Commission findings to punish South Africa. Well, that's true, but we don't have them unless they've got a copy of them. Limit your intake on false information. Exactly. Most banks have international banking. Yes, but it's expensive, and it comes with fees. So, for instance, if I had a bank account in Switzerland, my dollar account earns no interest. How would I know that? Make my own homemade sauerkraut. That store-bought stuff is cock. Okay. Not the German stuff. U.S. will not allow you to commit a kidnapping crime. Exactly. So taking a kid without permission is kidnapping. Yep. Financial immigration needs proof of residence in another country and a couple other things. Google it. Yep. Chris, isn't it funny how many are all worried about the money here? No one here is thinking of the seriousness of life and liberty that is offered to us. Yeah, a lot of money questions here, a lot of gun questions, a lot of money questions, and nobody, really focused. I guess they assume life is free here, which it is. 2 U.S. tourist visas visit pub in Brackpan. The bouncer asks if they have any guns. They say no. So the bouncer says, "Here, take mine." Okay. Good morning, Johan Rudolph. Okay. Lynette DeVette. How do you get your funds outside without paying SARS? Well, I'm not going to help you avoid paying SARS. That's not my role here. I don't commit crimes. I don't commit crimes. You'll have to find your own advice on that. I'm converting all my cash into crypto. Once I open a U.S. bank account, withdraw all my crypto. Will the U.S. tax me on it? Well, when you move money into the account, everything over $10,000. Actually, that's a misnomer. Anything over $10,000 must be reported, but the U.S. government looks at transactions and suspicious transactions, and it will draw the attention of the IRS, and they may try to claim tax on that. So, yeah, good luck with that. If they come from South Africa, can they bring gold coins like Krugerrand as a way to preserve wealth? You're allowed to bring certain things in the country, but over a dollar value, usually $400, Krugerrand is a tradable item. You're going to have to report that. Nikki Larish just subscribed. Thank you for that, Nikki. Not many people subscribing tonight. So, yeah, you're going to have to report that, and you're going to have to pay customs duties at the port of entry. So, yep. John Grays, if they come from South Africa, can they bring gold coins? Yes, that was I was just reading. Sorry. Okay. But you've got to get out of South Africa with it. So I don't know what the rules are taking it out of South Africa. People, the Americans, are a lot like us, or we are like them. We like canning, food, guns, and freedom. Yes, that's true. Yep. Well, and they might still want tax if it's over a certain amount there, Arctic, whether you pay tax on it or not, because they didn't get the tax. It depends on whether there's reciprocity with the taxation authorities. That's what I'm getting at, what Afriform are about, and I do too. I'm just saying that I hear other nonsense. Yeah, it is painful. What a circus has been this last week in South Africa. Yeah, Johan, what a circus has been for the past all year. Yep. I mean, remember, I'm an ANC, bitch. Knobs and Kesey, yet to be punished in the Equality Court, yet to hear any updates of any South African Human Rights Commission case against her. Don't want to eat beaver and trout. Well, nobody eats beaver. except in porno movies. I'm converting one back. Okay, I saw that already. If they come from South, can they bring gold coins? I answered that one already. Okay. Colonel Lara Fenter would like to know if you're going to grow your beard to play Santa again in December. I don't know. I think the beard's probably going to go. I need to shorten. I was going to shorten it today, but I didn't get around to it, so I'll probably shorten it for tomorrow a little bit. Yes, they do have tax reciprocity, but as you said, you have to prove you paid the tax. Heard anything that's false, and he doesn't have the facts and actual statements from the sources. Yep, no hearsay. People are so worried about getting their money out that it seems like everyone is either a million. Exactly. And I keep hearing everybody's poor. And I mean, if I look at the super chats, y'all ain't got no freaking money. Only a handful of you got money. So I'm giving all this financial advice and I'm getting nothing. 55,000, well done. Thank you, Rebecca Fundevalt. The Ministry of Police has initiated a verification process following a submission by a civil rights organization which claims it's not a police service underreported farm murders. Well, that's because of the way they categorize them. That's been known for a long time. No vuvuzelas. We will block the airport. We'll put you right back on the plane, and you'll have to pay for your trip back. Wind Pump says 70 Rand. Thank you, Colonel Chris. Thank you for all your advice. You started this movement, making everyone aware. Well, the honesty, the truth that maybe I started. Everyone else is not everyone else, but many people are avoiding it. The sad reality is it's becoming worse daily, and I would suggest that those become eligible for this program. Okay, Johan Unger, thank you. Oh, Stefan Unger, you related to the Scrum half. U.S. did not have to give me a single cent. I just want a life where there's freedom. Well, our freedom was in jeopardy until November 5th, and now it's back on track. Okay. U.S. and South have tax reciprocity. I trust the colonel. Okay, just keeps jumping back and forth here. The government doesn't want white flight, so there's restrictions on how much money you can take out of the country. Well, it's not just white flight. It's thank you, Edward O'Neill for the 70 Rand. Wow, suddenly super chat's coming in there. Still night here, 1:42. I'm off to bed. Yeah, it's same time here, Black Pearl. You must be in the East Coast. Married to a tax expert and still cock. They scare me more than ice. Yeah, they should scare you. IRS is frightening. Do you have a good beard? I don't use beard oil at all, Rohan Odendahl. No, this is just natural. Yep. Yeah, you get all the updates if you join that Telegram group. Thank you for putting it up there, Debbie. That's very nice of you to do that. Appreciate that. 498 likes. Can't we get to 500? Make that happen, guys. Make that happen. For it's about safety and living the rest of your life in safety. How about that interview with the Canadian lawyer and stupid reporter this week? Well, Johan Rudolph, obviously you haven't watched my response, have you? You obviously haven't watched my response. Where's it at? Now, because I used an AI to generate the title, I'm confused. Is it this one here? Let me see. I think that's the one.
Express any interest in immigrating to America. I washed him out, a la Stalin. On to the White House, experienced than any other organization insisting South African.
That's not it. Okay, it was before that. Is this it? Let's see. No, that's not it. Oh, this is it here, I think. Major debate. No, that's the Stellenbosch. Where the hell's the video for that? Oh, there it is. Shocking truth behind the Newsroom Africa. There you go. That's the one. I did this. So obviously you haven't seen this video. Shocking news reveal. The shocking truth behind Newsroom Africa's immigration interview. Hello, folks. Welcome back. This is Chris in Central Pennsylvania. What follows is the results of an interview on Newsroom Africa between a Canadian lawyer who deals with immigration from South Africa to Canada, talking about the U.S. refugee program. And it's a interview full of distraction. All right, so you did see it. My bad. Okay. Yeah. Well, I went back and deleted because there was some things that were kind of, I saw them as maybe they're personal. It was a bit, I didn't want to be personal on it. But yeah, yep, that one's got 46,000 views. Let me see if it's still trending or not. No, it's gone flatline. It's getting about 200 per hour, so that's done. It's not going to get 50,000 most likely. Yep. All right. The other one's at 116,000. So yep. The shocking truth. Major refugee hidden. Okay, Golden Gate. Let's see how the Golden Gate one's doing. That's the one I said wasn't doing very well earlier. No, it's not doing very well. The Golden Gate one, the good news story, 1,300 views. Okay, and then the other one, which was published An hour and 45 minutes later, that one has 7,000 views. 7,000 versus 1,300. Yep. So good news stories nobody watches. Would it help me that my daughter's father is a U.S. citizen? Probably not. You can mention it. It won't help you get refugee status, but it might help you go where you want to go. Wanting to leave to be able to not be scared and go walk my dogs. Yeah, I understand that. Would you agree with the statement that all this unrest, killing, and grab and kill the white chance out of it has the cause of the aftermath of apartheid? No, I wouldn't agree at all, LSR. I would agree that everything that's going on right now is a consequence of race hustling from the African National Congress and politicians and academics in South Africa. That's what it's a consequence of, and the dumbed-down education system. That's what I would argue. It has nothing to do with apartheid. Old Man Gamer, thank you for your membership. I wouldn't agree with that at all, LSR. No, there's no reason for that. You had a chance for Ubuntu, Mandela, at least on the surface, Rainbow Nation. No, it has nothing to do with apartheid. Apartheid just a dead horse they're beating. The ANC's run the country for 3 generations. 3 generations, you should have lifted people out of poverty. South Korea did it in 3 generations or less. Singapore did it in a generation and a half. Indonesia's done it in 3 generations. Taiwan did it in 15 years. So, no, it's not colonialism, it's not apartheid. That's nonsense. It's not racism, it's not systemic racism. Black folks run the country. Black folks run the government. Black folks are responsible for the debacle in South Africa. There are some white folks contributing to it, but they're responsible. Yep. Do you have a dog or cat? No, I don't, Jan. I used to have 2 cats. I showed that picture. They're both passed on. And there's a super chat coming in. Seb Lalo. Where can I live where it's clean, low crime, people will leave you alone? Nice Emerons. Anywhere except the city. Here's my 2 cats. The black and white one is Prince from Tunisia. Adopted him in Tunisia. And the gray one is Tara. Got her from a pet store and adopted her. And both have passed on. Prince lived for 11 years. Tara lived for 23 years. She died last year. LSR says, I disagree with you. There's clear bitterness. I want to teach lessons, but to each their own. So why did you ask me the question? So you could disagree with me? What's the point of asking me the question? So you disagree with me. So apartheid is responsible for poverty in South Africa. Is that what you're trying to say? Not the theft of trillions of rand by the ANC. Apartheid is responsible for poverty in South Africa, not the dumbed-down educational standards. Apartheid is responsible for the racial discord in South Africa, not the intentional inflaming of racial tensions by EFF by the ANC. Really? Well, we do disagree. You can only wear so much jewelry. You know what they said? It's how we used to crime. They stole my Harley on Friday night, and last night they tried to steal my wife's Triumph. No, I don't have any dogs. I don't have any cats. So, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets, the people's pets in Springfield. Most informative channel I've come across. Thank you, Old Man Gamer. Derek Greenig. Well, welcome to you. Niels Brits, good to see you again. Good morning to you. So, LSR, why did you ask me the question? Just to set me up so you could argue with me? I mean, why didn't you just tell me your opinion so I could argue with you? Okay. Johan says, apartheid is alive and well, so we're just not allowed to talk about it because if you do, you're a racist. What do you mean? A lot of South Africans hunt, collect guns. Okay, it's Song Alma. I've never seen a country where the freedom fighters have run a successful country. Most were destroyed. Of course, that's true. Oh, Jess likes the kitties. Okay. No, the ANC has a bitterness towards the apartheid era. They're clearly trying to take back what they believe was taken from them. No, I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that for a second. The people running the ANC don't believe that horse shit. It's an excuse. It's a way to inflame people. It's a way to get what they want. They don't really believe that garbage. I don't believe that for a second. A handful of them do. Ramaphosa doesn't believe that. Ramaphosa knows he's a grifter. Ramaphosa knows he's profited from it. Ramaphosa knows that it's come at the expense of the middle class. He knows it's come at the expense of black South Africans. He doesn't care. Doesn't care. Yeah, there are some people like that actually, but no, there are some whose feelings are hurt, and whine about, I love all the ones who were like 14 or 15 and claim that they were struggle veterans because they got picked up on a raid when they were doing something illegal and they spent 3 hours in detention. Oh, I was a victim of apartheid. You may have been a victim of apartheid, but you're not a liberation hero. Get over yourself. Yeah. Alaska is low 7 hours a month in bug out communities. Really? Charles says, how are you, Chris? Masakind. Like to listen to the chats. Charles, I like to hear you're here. And now that I know that you're one of my large community of colored South Africans, man, good to see you there. I had a cat called Prince. Lynette, why did you call your cat Prince? I named my cat Prince because my garage in Menzasis, which was the district I lived in Tunis, next to the PLO representative, by the way. His house was next to mine. There were a few diplomats in there. It wasn't a diplomatic area, but there were a few because it was kind of an upscale neighborhood, not really upscale. But so my garage went down. It went from street, went down, but then the roof was straight across. And the roof, there was a big tree up there providing shade, and the cat could jump up onto the roof from the tree and then walk right into my kitchen because it was so hot. I didn't like to run the air conditioner all the time. So I'd open the windows and let the air flow in. The cat would walk right through because there's metal bars there like you have in South Africa. But we don't have this in America. But you walk right through, and the cat would come through, and he'd walk around the house like he was in charge. I'm like, no. You're not the king of the castle. I'm the king of this castle. It's my house. So you can be the prince. And that's how I named my cat Prince. Cats always move in by me for safety. Okay, what's wrong with people? Expressly stated that written legal permission is required from biological father. Their own advisors just breaking the law. Afrikaner, we didn't see that. What you said is just don't tell the father that you're going to the refugee program. That's what people saw. That's what they're responding to. That's what I saw. That's what I saw, Afrikaner. I saw a message from you that said, just don't tell the father that you're going to the refugee program. That you can't do that. So that was in your chat. I don't know if that was a response on me, but that's all I saw from you. People responsible for apartheid are at least 85, and people who voted out, the max age is 56. Apartheid was wrong with an eye for an eye. The whole world. Exactly. Saw a black 1970s Cadillac DeVille drive past me in Pretoria. Wow. 45,000, 700,000 matriculants passed math at 60%. Yeah. Accused apartheid is no longer carrying water with his voters, pushing for sanctions, blame Trump for their failures. No accountability. Always someone else's fault. Yep. Nothing actually is taken from people that are claiming it. You have no right to claim for something that your dead ancestor had. It was theirs, not yours, says Neville. Well, but the problem with that, Neville, is there was an agreement made at Codesa in the interest of settling the situation. All the participants in Codesa, it wasn't you, but it was political leaders from all sides, agreed that land claims go back to 1910. And that seems reasonable to me. So if your great-grandfather was alive in 1910, had his land stolen in 1913 from the Native Lands Act, then you could claim it on his behalf. Thanks for your interest. We hope to see you in America soon. Well, you might see me in South Africa first. Unless we make it so difficult for them all currently benefit from the sorts of corruption, it won't stop. Yep. Atlas, I think you mean Atlas Shrugged. Atlas Shroud? Atlas Shrugged, maybe. Good morning, Andres. That's okay. Jacques Boykus, unfortunately, I have to go, Chris. Have a great evening. Take care. Wife loves YouTube, and that's how we found you. Okay, cool. It's been eye for an eye for 30 years now. Okay. Hey, Michael Neustadt, welcome to you. Colleen just subscribed. Off topic, you have an awesome gamer computer. Question, do you play games? I do, but I don't have many games on here right now. I play Hearts of Iron 3, but it isn't stable on this gaming machine with Windows 10. It's an old version. They never update. I have Diablo 2 on here. I have Medieval, Total War, and Sid Meier's Civilization, and Age of Empires. The only one I've really been playing, none recently with all this going on, but before all this, I was still playing some Total War Medieval too. What's your opinion of Lucifi apologizing around Para? He's a clown, so I don't really have an opinion of Panyasi Lucifi. Especially about a farmer company making videos online explaining they want out. What? Did you try to put a link in there? Yeah, if you're talking about, I know which one. I played it earlier. Truth Social want to follow you. Okay, it's WMW Chris. WMW Chris. Truth Social. Oh, that's not what I want. That's the wrong one. Truth Social. Truth Social. There we go. Okay, profile. That's what it looks like in case you come across it. Okay, 69 followers. That's it. I don't update this as well because I've got almost nobody watching me on there. So, oh look, you can see the lights going up there to the cable car for Table Mountain. Yeah, so that's the one. It's on WMW Chris, CHRIS. Okay, on Truth Social. Twitter is where I've got a lot more work. I post everything on Twitter. Yep. You're a legend, says Johan Rudolph. Okay. Honesdale and Holly and Wayne County, Pennsylvania are beautiful little towns. The Poconos. Well, Poconos are lovely, Earth Angel, and they're close to New York and New England, and not that far from Philadelphia. They're very close to Philadelphia, too. You get there pretty quickly. What is your opinion on black trust land? Why do you think white citizens are not allowed to have similar trust lands? Well, the only black trust I'm familiar with is Inganyama Trust, which was set up by the National Party to curry favor with the Zulu and Inkatha Freedom Party. Yeah, Age of Empires. Yeah, old school, definitely. There's no new games that interest me. I do have one space game, what's that thing called, which is really complicated. Stellaris. I've played Stellaris, but it's really complicated. I have no time for games right now with all this news reporting. GOG games have old games reloaded to play on new PCs. GOG games. I'm not familiar with them. I don't think. GOG games. GOG games. GOG games. Best PC games. Digital rights management free. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Appreciate that because I prefer to play on a PC. I don't like playing on a console. Anne Rand, Atlas Shrugged. There you go. Yep, she's brilliant. And do you play mobile games? No. Age of Empires. Okay, yeah. So thank you for that, Kevin Ziller. Yeah, she wrote in all those books, Who is John Galt? Or The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand, Stella Wright. Yeah, she was brilliant. Yeah, I am John Galt. Yes. Yep. That's where I got the idea that I'm Sky when I said that, because when she was being harassed, when Amy was being harassed, she wasn't even Sky. Turned out to be Joe Emilio's wife. Yeah, I don't shoot 'em up games. I mean, unless it's Diablo or something like that, it really doesn't do it. I used to play, what's the one? It wasn't Diablo. It was Wolfenstein back in the day. Yeah. Look, I've been playing PC games since 1981 when I played Santa Paravia on a Commodore 64. Yep. Well, Philly doesn't appeal to me either. I'm just saying you're close to it. Yeah, you're not too far from urban centers. Scranton is in the Poconos. Poconos are lovely. There's a big place called Kalahari up there in the Poconos. What's that? Let me find it. You guys, it's a water park and a theme park indoors. Kahala. H-A-R-E. Poconos. Kalahari Poconos. Kalahari Resorts and Convention Center in the Poconos. All right, let's see if it loads. Here we go. Get Kalahari. Kalahari in the Poconos. Third night's on us. So plan your spring break. Over 250,000 square feet of water park fun indoors. Okay, water park, daily resort activities, complimentary Wi-Fi, piano bar, water park pass. Boy, they've really gone woke. All these people are now Indians and blacks. They've eliminated most of the whites in the ads. Spa, salon, resort happenings. Oh, look, all these black people. Almost none of these people go to Kalahari resorts. It's mostly white people. Yeah. Okay, so we come back up here. You got parks and passes. Indoor water park, outdoor water park, Gorilla Grove, Treetop. Obviously not now, it's wintertime. Treetop Adventures. There you go. Legends of the Lost Jungle, mini golf, outdoor laser tag, ropes course, zip lines. They're not like South Africa's zip lines, which are really awesome. So what else we got? Yeah. Then we got hotels, 3 or 4 bedroom suites. If you got a big family, check that out. It's like being in South Africa, man, except it costs a shitload of money. Yeah. Hey, Werner. 3 to 5 bedroom suites. Yep. Whole family. All right. Let's see. Ideal for 12 guests. Let's check availability. Pick a date here. Pick a date. Let's go with March 28th. Check out 29th. One night. Number of adults. Let's go with 6 adults. For children, 4. 45. That ain't gonna work. Okay. Search. See if they got any rooms. Okay. So, 3-bedroom suite. They got 6 rooms left. 1 king, 1 bedroom with king bed, 2 separate bedrooms with 2 queen beds. $2,000 per night. If you want breakfast, it's $2,159. So it's 40,000 rand a night. It's like going to the Kalahari, up to the Okavango, man. Let me just get a proper room here, okay? Let me see what a proper room costs. Good God. Okay, why is it not taking me back there? Okay. All right, rooms. Single rooms and suites. Let's try for single rooms and suites, okay? Check-in date, let's go with, we'll try on a Thursday. Check-out date on Sunday, okay? Number of guests, 2 adults, okay? No kids. Let's just see what we get there. 2,000 a night. Okay. Oh, these are only 486 a night. 2 plush queen size beds, 1 full size sleeper, 1 full bedroom. $486 a night. Oh my God. That's what the room looks like. That's a freaking Hilton hotel room I can get for $99 a night. Oh my gosh. Look at that. $486 a night. These people are smoking crack cocaine. Anyway, that's in the Poconos. Dining. It's a nice place to stop and eat, and they've got shopping, the Marrakesh Market, the Build-A-Bear Workshop, Kalahari Outpost. Yeah, so you can go check it out. That's up in the Poconos. Oh my goodness. $2,000 a night. They are smoking crack cocaine. Yeah, most land was legally purchased and not stolen. That's correct. Yep. Manor Lord's a great game. So pissed or SCOM up my PC because, oh, I'm sorry about that. No white in ads these days. If they are any, they're portrayed as stupid, illiterate people. Exactly, Mareki. That's what's happening in America. My dad gave me the book when I was 16. It was the best book to change how I view people. What book is that? Amazing Yacht Adventures. I missed something. Reginald Harold Smith, welcome to you. I think when the final news drop in White House around all this, it will shock the crap out of those JNU idiots. Yeah, I think so. Doom, yep. Spectrum, okay, could not afford Commodore, only for rich face. No, it was in the high school computer lab. Our high school managed to get computers in 1981. And I had a lot of time on my hands. And so half the day I didn't have class because I already taken most of my classes. So I was in there playing with computers. Excuse me while I go feed the cats. Okay. Okay. What is your truth social handle again? WMW Chris. Whiskey Mike Whiskey Chris. Okay. Old man gamer. Okay. Met a bunch of Americans on a mobile game. Okay. Cool. I see people want to live here or there. You can move once you get there. Exactly. Thanks, Chris. Okay, you're off. Okay. I'm going to get off here too. We're at 3 hours now. Camelback near Kalahari is also another huge water park. Many job opportunities. They pay very well. Yeah, I should hope they pay very well if you're paying $2,000 a night for a hotel room. I hope they pay the maids well. Where are the season of chaos before the New World Order? I don't know. Okay. Did you see the NHI ad? I heard about it, but I didn't see it. Can you travel internationally for work as a refugee? No, you can't. You can't do that. You can ask for an exception to travel for a reason, but not to work. You're being offered refuge here, so we expect you to be here. I'm just wondering about this, as many people might still want or need to travel. Well, they won't be able to. Do you want to be a refugee and get safety and succor, or do you want to be an international traveler for work? Make your pick. That's not directed at you. It's just answering the question. Seb Alalo says, a friend of mine told me today that I should get off social media and that the racial divide we see here is not a reflection of what's happening on the ground. I think you should, Seb. Ignore that stuff. Just, don't go in your Twitter account. Don't go in all that stuff for a while. Just give it a break, because there's only a handful of people that are writing that crap. Most South Africans, people are freaking out. Oh, they're going to come kill us. They're going to kill colors. They're going to kill whites. They're going to kill Indians. That's happening every day anyway. In fact, South Africans are dying in droves every day. There's a record number of murders going on here. It's shocking. This is not driving that. People are claiming it. It may drive an anecdotal incident here or two, but it's mostly people are going and reading the social media stuff and then sharing that. I would just stay away from that. And feel free to come here and watch my positive videos, which nobody ever watches, and everybody moans that I don't report on positive stuff. Punish us one last time. Oh, do you want to hear Braiburukis again? Kagakama, no. Masakin, I'm now 67, old, lived through both apartheid and current ANC rule. I know what good looks like compared to now. Best years of my life as a teenager. I propose the pushes for expropriation to be used as a solution in reclaiming urban spaces, which belong to someone else. They're just going to steal them. So, yeah. They'll do that, no doubt about that. Before you choose where you want to live, you want to get there first. Well, you don't get that option, Arno. Either you sign up for it or you don't sign up for it. That's your choice. All right, guys. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the chat, super chat revenue, the one new member. Appreciate that. I hope I answered everybody's questions best I could. I did my best, and I'm going to go get to bed. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here, and I've been up all night, and I've got a long day tomorrow. There will be a news program most likely in the morning. Whether I do a members chat, we'll see. I'll try if I can. If not, I'll probably do it on Monday to see how it goes. But I am interviewing Emma Powell from the DA on Monday. So, all right. And then I've got lots of prep to do if I'm going to be traveling here soon. Plus, I've got more of the War College at the end of the month and beginning of next month. All right. Cool beans, folks. Take care of yourselves, and thanks for being here. I'm not going to do the Colonel Wyatt's Anthem tonight. We're just going to do the closing video and get out of here. Cheers, everybody. Be safe.